Hello and welcome back to Poll for Initiative, the tabletop role playing stream where the audience influences the story. I, of course, am not your dungeon master, Ben and/or Benjaminets, as I am known on the internet. And with me, I have Seth, otherwise known as NB Banshee, who will be playing today as your DM. Not playing, I keep saying playing, but serving today as your DM. Say hi to everyone, Seth.
Hello. I'm playing
Uh,
too.
I was frantically getting everything together because I was a little bit late. So when the stream went live, I had exactly 2 seconds to figure out a silly voice to do.
Oh, fantastic. Well, you did a great job. As always, round of applause. Fantastic. Welcome back, friends. How are we doing today? I'm so excited for this. Always so happy that all of you are here. I feel like we talk a lot usually in the intro, and I kind of just want to get into it today. So, sorry for the I don't want to talk that much. I kind of just want to play this game, you know. Um,
I don't think anyone's gonna fault you for that.
True. Okay, so just a little recap for those who maybe missed last episode or have a hard time remembering. Maybe you're watching this a million years from now and it's been a little while since you watched the previous episode. So this is for you. Where the fuck did I put my intro? There it is. Not intro, the recap. Okay. I really know how to play this game, you guys. I'm really good at this, actually. I don't know if you knew that about me, but anyway. So
You're just so excited that you can't focus right now.
Yeah, my brain's kind of like, you know, when just imagine if somebody had a bunch of bees and they were like shaking them around, and that's what I'm like. Anyway, last episode, Ailstein and Co. Were in the sleepy town of Duskfall, where Helena, under the watchful eye of her grandmother, Miss Merryweather, were kind of wreaking havoc and causing a lot of nightmares and deaths, as, you know, hags are wont to do. After chasing her down, they were unable to persuade her to stop the nightmares before she disappeared into the woods. And so they were sort of, well, I'm not going to say forced. It was definitely a decision that you made to enter the woods after her. As
They didn't have to come.
Ailstein's one weakness is children. Who are in
I'll say it like that.
Children who are in abusive or like neglectful like situations, and you just got to get in there. And then so after the three of you followed after her into the dark woods of the hag's lair, they ended up revealing the hag's treachery and revealing to Helena that her grandmother was maybe not who she thought she was, and she was persuaded to leave with them after all, though not without...
Isn't it crazy? I thought I was gonna have to like trick her into being like, yeah, the kid's disposable, but like, I was like, come on, admit it, she's disposable, and she was like, of course she is, and it's like, oh.
I mean,
I didn't think you would just admit it.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you know, hags are very tricky creatures. So you never really know what's going on with them, to be honest. But regardless, after a few choice words and a sort of cryptic message from Miss Merryweather, the four of you departed. Leaving Helena in the care of Niobe and Hope until their hopeful return from the Revelia, the two unwittingly becoming the babysitters for all of the children who this party gather. Although...
Listen, they said they needed to get kids back, and Ailstein said, I hear you. We will get kids.
Yes. Which kids is, you know, just like some kids for sure.
Your kids will be in there, but there's going to be a lot of kids.
Yeah, like yours will probably get there too, but like there's also
Mhm.
some other kids. Anyway, um
The trade-off.
just a little trade-off. Afterwards, the three of you and Obi took a trip on the train to Ivybrook, where you met with Kira Blackflame, the granddaughter of Ambrose's friend Yavanna, who you learned was subsequently missing after taking a trip to the Revelia, from which she has not returned in a decade, I think. So, really fun.
Surprising no one.
Yeah, surprising. What do you mean? That's so surprising. I was surprised. Um,
Mm.
she then told you that if you wished to follow in her footsteps, to take the train farther south into the mist-covered land of the Verloren Wood to a city called Aramor. And then after leaving her, the party did a quick little shopping trip to stock up for the train ride and the subsequent adventures ahead. And we left off sort of with the rest of the day ahead of you. And that is where we will pick up. Oh, you're showing your cute little health potion dice because you got health potions?
Yeah, we got a couple health potions.
Mm-hmm. And you haggled your
has-
way into some oils as well, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, some sharpness oils
Yeah.
for
Potions of sharpness?
I guess for Aelstain's sword.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No one else in your party has weapons that those can go on, so those are for you.
Yeah, because like, I guess a mace mace isn't a slashing or piercing weapon, so.
And I mean, Ambrose
well.
has like a dagger. Wait.
Maybe he'll have to use it at some point.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah,
Actually, Ambrose does have
these
a
have
short
the
sword.
exact number. Oh, these have the exact number of D4 and little pips in there. I think you can see the pips.
Yeah.
Little squares.
So it's nice. You just
for the +2.
you just dump that
Just dump
out.
it out and count it.
Yeah, those are pretty cool. I like seeing those whenever we go to like conventions where people are selling dice.
But yeah, let's see if we can get Ambrose trained up with swords.
Well, he has a short sword, so he definitely already knows how to use it.
Well, I mean, the whole point of a short sword is that a commoner can use it. You don't have to have.
Well,
formal
he's not
training
a
to wield it.
commoner. He's definitely a level 2 bard. Definitely not a commoner.
What I'm saying is you don't need martial weapon training to use it.
That's true.
It's a simple weapon.
It's a simple weapon. So it's not like it's super difficult to use, but he can already use it. So don't come for him. You don't know what he's got. But first, before we jump back into where we left off, as always, we will take a foray into Aelstain's past. However, this time our foray is not so far, not so distant in the past. In fact, it was just a few nights ago. Your first night on the train. After your long adventure in Duskfall, finally getting the move, finally moving on to your next destination. Sorry, my brain is noodles today.
Finally busting a move.
Yes, you finally started breakdancing on the train.
Yeah. The memory is Aelstain just tearing up the dance floor on the train.
Yes, he was twerking in there. Don't worry about it. Harry was there.
Oh, okay.
It was great.
I was picturing breakdancing, but sure.
No. He's got a dumpy for sure. Anyway.
Oh, okay.
And I decided that. So.
I see.
God, you keep sidetracking me when I'm trying to do. Hey, I'm trying to tell a really fun and cool story, and you keep making me laugh. So shut up.
Go ahead.
So, your first night on the train, before you had your conversation with Ambrose and Kaz that following morning, that night, you didn't sleep well. You almost never do these days, but this night it was particularly difficult to get to sleep. And when you finally did sleep, your dreams were maybe not what you are used to, not what you were expecting. You find yourself in an unusually dark place. You look up and see a starless sky devoid of any light or life. There is a soft, diffuse light, though it has no source, sort of ambient through this space. And as you look down and around, you notice you are standing on water, an ocean that stretches in all directions, disappearing off into the horizon where your eyes cannot see. The water is dark and murky, but completely still, a perfect mirror of the empty sky above. You are alone here, only your reflection staring up at you from down below. You blink, it blinks. You move, it moves. You are alone here. And as quickly as you came to this place, you are gone. You wake up in your cabin, restless, like you did not sleep at all. And then you proceeded to spend the rest of your time on the train, as you did. Arrived in Ivybrook, had your conversations, went shopping. And
I'm confused.
Okay.
So the mirror. So there was a mirror him.
No, it was just your reflection. You were just looking down
okay.
at your reflection in the water.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, is it standing in front of me?
No.
But, okay. That
Yeah,
makes sense.
you're standing on water and you look down and see your reflection and you're like,
Ailstain learns the concept of a reflection.
Yep.
In this dream.
Boy's never looked into a mirror before.
He's never looked in a mirror before. This was his first time.
He doesn't even know what he looks like.
It's like, whoa, who the fuck is that?
Who is that? That guy's kind of.
Oh God, is that what I look like?
That guy's kind of hot, actually.
Crazy.
Yeah, literally. Who is that other dog? It's like when snakes.
Yeah.
It's like when snakes see themselves in the mirror and they think it's another snake, and so they'll start dancing. It's like that.
Ailstain has his mind blown by that TikTok trend where people were putting like an egg behind a piece of paper in front of a fucking mirror and like it would still reflect the egg.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like, how does it know?
Anyway, that was your dream. And then we are back. You have just exited the Soul Apothecary in the lively, bright, forested town of Ivybrook. The train said, when you arrived here, you saw on the board that the train to Aramore does not leave until midnight. So you have some time to kill in the city if there's anything else you'd like to do.
Damn, late running trains, dude. Holy shit. Do they have any cutoff time on these trains?
What do you mean?
So I mean, like usually, like midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. That's usually when trains stop running. But
yeah, so the train to Aramore will be the last to arrive. It arrives at midnight and departs shortly afterwards.
I see.
Aramore by train is only a few hours away. So you won't need like a full cabin or anything like that. You'll likely just sit in the passenger carriage for a few hours.
Okay. I mean, we basically spent most of, if not all the money that what's his face gave us back in the town. I'm back to the amount that I had before.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we don't really have a whole lot more money to spend, and I'm not sure what else there is to do in this town. So, I don't know. I guess we wait,
Okay.
unless there's something else that looks interesting.
You recall, so there's two things. So you go back to the map board that says like you are here, and you notice the opposite
Hmm.
end is a bulletin where people post bounties, where people post like help wanted signs, wanted posters, things of that nature. And as you're kind of just like idly looking around, you do notice that there is there are two pieces of paper that catch your attention. One of them, well, I'm gonna make this a poll.
Oh,
I will say there is one piece of paper that catches your attention. Chat. What does this paper say?
free gold. Inquire within. I am, I am an Arabian prince
Oh,
who
yeah.
has recently come into a lot of money.
That's definitely what it is.
Ilsa's like, oh my god, there's an Arabian prince over here. We gotta help him.
Sorry, I'm quickly typing these up. One of them, or no, I guess it's yeah. Sorry, I wasn't prepared to do this. I wasn't really sure what we were doing today, so
You're fine.
bear with me. Okay.
Listen, I'm all for you running some polls because I think I ran the only polls last time, didn't I?
Yeah. Listen, I did mention before we started this that there were not going to be as many polls in my campaign, just because
No, I'm teasing you.
I try to keep them more like to where they're actually impactful. I feel like instead of
I'm just teasing. That's
I
why I
know.
give some Ailstain ones.
I'm just saying. So, what rumor is on the paper? Is it the figure in the night or the ghost of Lake Melody? Poll is up. Vote 1 in chat for figure in the night and 2 for the ghost of Lake Melody.
Shit. Did you already hold on? Stop the poll. Let me also put it in the chat. Just so we can like make this a regular thing. Oh fuck, but it went away from me. You fuck. What were the two options?
The first one is the figure in the night.
The figure in the night.
And the second is the ghost of Lake Melody.
The ghost of Lake Melody. I just want to get into the habit of doing this just so that when we do ad breaks over this, we can still run polls. Okay, go ahead and run it now.
Okay.
I still want it to count me.
That's fine. Oh, I think it did. Oops. I think I ran it right before you pressed it.
Here, run it again.
Now?
Yes.
Okay, great. You guys were really good at this. Don't you think so? Do you think we're so good? Yeah. And while this poll is running, actually, while I'll say Ambrose and Cause are kind of like glancing through the papers, and while they're parsing through to see if there's anything interesting to do in town before the train arrives, a spectral raven alights on the horizon, and you see it descends towards your party, and lands on a little fence post in front of you, Ailstain. A letter in its beak.
Oh. What? How does the Blues Clues song? We've got a letter. We just got a letter. He starts humming that to himself and he takes it.
Awesome. Yeah, you definitely know that song.
It's a song he invented in this universe.
Oh, awesome. And the song, yeah. You take the paper from the Raven. It does kind of this thing where like you take the paper, and it kind of like doesn't let go for a second, and then it lets go. You have to like pull a little bit, and then you see it kind of like hops around and like tilts its head and like seems to be waiting for something.
I say, are you like? I thought these things were like spectral. They're not supposed to be like real. Why are you giving me sass? Ambrose, are these things like aware? What the hell's going on?
He goes, oh, here. You see that it, he takes out 1 gold and offers it out to the Raven, and it picks it up and flies away.
I gotta pay the ravens now?
He goes, they want tips, and mostly just shiny things. It doesn't have to be money. I just didn't have any like buttons or something on me.
Oh, so they are real then, is what you're saying?
No, they're just, you know.
I don't know. That sounds kind of real to me.
Even magical ravens like trinkets, Elstein. Don't be raven racist.
Yeah, well, that sounds. I'm not. Who said? Whoa! Who said I'm being raven racist? If anything, you're being raven racist. Say that they ain't real.
No, okay. I never said that they weren't real. I just said that they were spectral. I understand that you don't know the intricacies of arcana and magic, and I really don't have the time to explain it to you right now. But what I'm letting you know is the ravens want something shiny.
They got personalities, is what I'm saying.
Well,
Ambrose,
of course
come on,
they do.
Don't be fucking obtuse. That's what I was asking when I said, was they real?
I think you're being silly on purpose, is what you're doing.
I think you're being obtuse on purpose.
You see,
See, this is why nobody likes the smart guy.
You see, Kaz says, ladies, please calm down. There's no need to fight.
No, my
about
dress
the
is
ravens.
prettier.
He said, no one okay. I think that is maybe the end of the poll. It doesn't seem like anybody else is gonna vote, so I'll go ahead and end it there. Go ahead and finish the poll, and it looks like everybody wanted the figure in the night, so that's really fun and interesting for me.
It's me. I'm the figure in the night.
So
it's me standing at the end of your bed saying I threw up.
Yeah. So we'll come to that in a moment, but so you have the letter from the Raven, and you see that Kaz is kind of like, he's like found a paper on the board, and he seems to be like actually like reading it a little more intensely than the other ones. What do you do?
I mean, read the letter.
Okay.
That one's specifically for me, and then I'll look at the thing.
Okay. It's a sort of aged paper with a purple wax seal, and the seal is imprinted like a jewel. It looks like a gem. Imprint.
So it's from Rion.
And you see that it says your name. It says Ailstein. You go ahead and pop it open.
Oh, it's payday.
And it says to Ailstein, no more strays. You're taking this one back when you return, and be grateful I'm not charging you interest on child support. She's doing fine. Her and Bites are thick as thieves already. Not sure what you're planning on doing with a haggling, but I'll leave your business to you. And then the next line down says, she likes plants, I guess. Alchemy and stuff. Been spending time with Bergamot. Probably good for her. Poor kid. Anyway, be safe, or whatever. Later, kid. Signed, Niobe, Captain of the Jewel of Rion, a.k.a. your favorite aunt, or whatever.
Oh my god. Okay, so Niobe is fully incapable of showing normal person affection.
Nah.
Elsing like looks down at the letter and he's just like, why is consistently every single fucking person in my life a goddamn freak? Even my own goddamn aunt. What the fuck?
You see,
once I finally got family, and they're also freaks.
You see, Amber says, well, at least she let you, at least things are going well. And you see, he says, "I've known Niobe for a time now, and I can say that while it is hard for her to express emotion, she does love very deeply. So I think that she is lucky to have you and you her."
Yeah. No more freaks in the party, though.
You see, Kaz says, "What freaks? What are you talking about?"
Ailsane does that. He like really like looks down over the bridge of his nose at both of them, and he just says, "All right, you know what? This is getting ridiculous. What are you reading?"
Uh, he goes, "Huh? Oh, there's just this, I don't know, this rumor, whatever, caught my eye. It says, well, here." And you see he hands it to you. And it is a sort of like, it looks like somebody, like, was hearing rumors around town and put together, like, sort of a quest almost. I don't know what else to call it. Like it being like, these are the rumors that have been like congregated through town. If someone wants to look into this, like, there's money in it for you.
Like they put together like a community fund.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that's normal.
So it says, basically the rumors that have been going on. It says a figure in the night. And it says basically like the past few nights, the townspeople have, several townspeople have reported seeing a strange cloaked figure walking the streets at night. And this town is very superstitious. So a lot of them believe it is like a ghost, or like a spirit or some other kind of otherworldly being. And the town collectively is kind of looking to hire somebody to look into it.
Mm-hmm.
And it says reward 50 gold.
Oh.
You see,
I mean, that sounds interesting, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't think we got time.
yeah, I
like-
mean, Kaz says, well,
If it's happening at night, then like we have to be here.
mm-hmm. Well, it's happening in town.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But I'm saying like that's around the time we have to catch the train.
yeah, the train comes at midnight. So if you don't think you'll have enough time, that's totally fine.
Yeah, I think he says to them, he's like, I mean, it sounds interesting, but I don't think we're gonna really be here long enough to look into it.
Yeah. Kaz says, yeah, I mean, I guess we can kill time walking around town a bit before midnight just to see if we see anything. But, you know, if we don't see it, we don't see it. And if it's going to cut into our train time, then it's not worth it.
Okay.
It
just seems like time, like I don't want to like dismiss this thing that chat voted on,
mm-hmm.
but it just seems like it's like really last minute. Like we need to be like out of here soon.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
I just don't want us to miss our train.
Of course. So would you do anything?
Sorry, chat.
It's okay. Do you do anything of note throughout town while you wait, or do you just kind of like hang around?
Can you send me that posting like in our chat?
Yeah.
So I can have it for my notes.
Yeah, it's just a couple lines of text that I wrote.
I mean, unless this fucking thing is gonna show up within, like, what time is it right now?
It's like noon.
Yeah, so unless this thing's gonna show up within the next less than 12 hours, like, and so actually it would have to show up in less than that because we'd also have to claim our reward.
That's true.
But
you can also submit stuff like that. Well, I guess it depends on what it is, but I was gonna say you could submit it through the mail or something. But yeah, it just says like return to like City Hall to like collect through your rewards. So
Could I try racking my brain about like specters and ghosts and stuff, and like if there's ever been like stories of like ghosts, I guess, haunting the streets, but not like going after anyone?
Yeah, I mean,
Like, have I ever heard of something like this?
give me a history check with advantage.
Okay. I mean, I'm assuming it's probably a ghost, but I guess I wouldn't know for sure. 13 flat.
I think that you can't think of like a specific instance that you've heard of, but you know that if it is a specter or a spirit, ghosts can haunt a lot of different stuff, and there's a lot of different reasons why there could be one walking around town. So you can't think of any specific reason, but you don't think that it's unlikely. It's definitely a possibility it could be a specter.
Does it say who posted this thing?
It just says like from City Hall, so like it kind of seems like enough people complained that the city put out like a thing about it.
Yeah, because like I'm also not sure what we're gonna look into, other than just like walk around the streets, because there's not a lot of details here.
Yeah, you see, Kaz
Um,
says like, yeah, it seems like we'd probably have to like stake out the streets at night and like kind of follow it or try to get close to it and figure out what it is. It doesn't seem like a lot of like there's like anything to investigate about it before we see it.
I guess we could go to City Hall and like ask where it's been seen,
Yeah.
but I don't know if they would have something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Let's go to City Hall.
Okay. You see
We got
Amber's
12 fucking hours to kill.
Yeah, you see Ember says, "Oh, all right. I think City Hall. This is a larger city, so City Hall is kind of a bigger building here. But I know where it is." And you see he takes you to City Hall. It is kind of probably like a 20-minute walk from where you are. Wasn't too far away, but it is still kind of a big city. So, you arrive. You see a giant, sort of like. This town is a lot of like red brick buildings with like thatched roofs and a lot of greenery. It looks very, I think of like I imagine like almost like Wales, if you know what I mean, or like old like London.
Does everyone talk like Wales? Like in like do they have the
The
Welsh,
Welsh
accent?
accent. Yeah, definitely. I can't do it.
Oh,
so
God.
so I'm not gonna be doing that, but like you can imagine that that's what they sound like.
Ailsane's constantly saying, "What? Can you repeat that one more time?
I mean the
One more.
Wel-
I'll get it this time."
Okay, there's different Welsh accents and there's different British accents. You arrive at City Hall. You enter and you see there's like sort of a reception area. And you see there's another bulletin in here as well, where you see another like one of those papers talking about the figure. You approach the desk.
Sorry, what was behind the desk?
Like the receptionist?
Yeah, like what do they look like? Do they look like cool? Do they like?
You see it is you see a dwarven woman. She's got gray hair that's like in a long braided ponytail. She's got like some glasses on. She's like wearing a little dress, a little like cardigan. And you see she's like busy like writing down like some paperwork and stuff. And you see she looks up at you and she says, "Oh, hello. How can I be of assistance? Welcome to City Hall."
It says, "I hear you're having a problem with some spooky dudes walking around in your streets."
Oh, yes, you're talking about the poster. Yes, quite strange. It seems that several of our citizens have reported seeing a figure walking the streets at night, and well, it's got them, a bit concerned. Although, nothing nefarious or malicious has happened thus far. It's quite strange of an occurrence, and she says, if you've never been to Ivybrook before, I will let you know. We are a superstitious little town, so many of the people believe it is a spirit, and, well, we don't have much experience in those things, so we're looking for someone to, sort of investigate, as it were.
I think he leans up on the desk with his left elbow and then like holds a hand out and he says, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Where are my manners? Name's Ailstein. Nice to meet you."
She says, fuck. She says, Jade. She says, I'm Lady Jada. Nice to meet you.
Lady Jada. That's a pretty name.
Thank you. It is, many dwarves are named after gems where I'm from.
I see. Okay. So listen, Jada, you got any more details? I'm gonna be honest with you. It's kind of hard to know where to start with this.
Yes, I suppose, well, we sort of had to cobble together from just what we've heard, but, I suppose if you're looking for something more specific, I believe the figure has been seen in a few key locations. I believe someone believed they saw it walking the perimeter of Lake Melody. It was believed to be seen near the well in the center of town. And also, I think most recently by the train station towards midnight.
Oh, shit, that's when we're shipping out. All right, well, we'll have a look around. But, got a quick question for you. So this might sound kind of silly, but, you said you're a superstitious town, so maybe it don't sound so silly after all. Anything, I don't know. Anything really newsworthy happen around the time that this thing showed up?
See, she sort of tilts her head. You see, she says, actually, well, I suppose if it is a spirit, something of note would be, especially around the lake. Yes, I wonder why no one's thought of that before. You see, she's having, like, a breakthrough. She says, well, unfortunately, our lake is very, well, it's great fishing, so lots of people go out on the lake. Unfortunately, not everyone returns. It doesn't happen quite often, but people drown in the lake, at least, I'd say, a few times in a couple of years. And unfortunately, recently, we lost one of our townsfolk as well. She was missing, and her body washed ashore on Lake Melody about a week's past. You muted yourself.
Oh, whoops. Every time I accidentally hit the mute button, I forget that I did. What was the name?
Lenora. She was the apprentice at the alchemy shop. An aspiring herbalist.
I was just fucking there.
Oh. Then you've met Isolde.
Yeah, Isolde. She she sold us some potions.
You see, she kind of chuckles. And she says, "Oh, well, that as is her profession. Yes, it was. Isolde was Lenora's mentor. Quite a shame. She was a very kind woman.
Guess that explains why she seemed a little grumpy.
Oh, no. Well, perhaps, but maybe that is her reason today. But Isolde is always quite grumpy. That is sort of just her disposition.
certainly don't help. All right. I guess obvious follow-up question here.
Mm-hmm.
Does the figure appear to be feminine in any way when people see it? Or is it hard to identify
I
a
believe
gender from this?
I believe it's been hard to identify. They've always
That's
just
fair
said
enough.
a figure cloaked in shadows and darkness, unable to see, sort of discern any figure or face. So if it is a specter, I suppose it could be Lenora, although she drowned in the lake, so I don't know why she would be haunting the town. Typically, any specters that arrives from drowning in the lake, well, they haunt the lake shores.
Oh, so this is just like a recurring issue for you.
Well, she says it's happened once or
the
twice.
lake's lousy with ghosts.
You see, she says it's happened once or twice in the last decade or so. It's it's not an everyday occurrence, but it's quite a big lake.
Says, all right. So another question, like, why is this such a common occurrence at the lake? Is it like an insanely unsafe lake?
You see, she kind of shrugs and she says, people try to swim and they do not know how, and that is why that is. I cannot say. That is their prerogative.
Still leaning on the desk. He like looks over at Kaz and Ambrose, and he says, "Watch out, guys. The lake might be eating people. I don't know what's going on. We better watch our asses."
You see Ambrose tilts his head and he says, Kira did mention that something weird was going on at the lake, didn't she?
She did.
I feel like I remember her saying that, so possibly related?
You really mean fish.
You see Jada says, well, I assume she referred to the fact that Lenora drowned. Yeah.
All right, well.
Ambrose is like, probably.
Well, Jada, you've been a big help. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome. Is there anything else that you need?
No.
Oh, all right then. I'll be here if you
I
have
had another
any.
question.
Okay, great.
I
I'll
was,
be
like,
here.
consulting my notes.
Well, good luck if you decide to look into it, and if you figure out whatever it is and get rid of it, I'll have your gold for you.
It says, all right, well, see you around. Maybe. Or maybe not. Maybe we won't find it. Maybe the lake will eat us. I don't know. And then he gets up and starts walking out.
She says, okay. You see Kaz is kind of like thinking, he says, you think it's like a lake monster? Or like, what? Or do you think like...
Says it could be just about anything. It's just weird that people keep dying at this lake.
It is kind of weird. And you see Amber says, actually, surprisingly, I feel like a lot of people die in lakes and we just don't think about it. I mean, imagine how many people probably die in the ocean. And you see Kaz says, I don't want to think about all the people who die in the ocean. And you see Amber says,
yeah, but
well,
ocean's a little different. I mean, you got like riptides and stuff. You got like all kinds of stuff that can kill you in the ocean. You got sharks. You got whales. I mean, they don't typically eat people, but like, who knows what those fucking guys are up to?
You see Amber says, Kraken.
Yeah, krakens. Oh god, I forgot about krakens.
You see Kaz says, Leviathans.
Leviathans are fine. They don't kill people.
Oh, that's absolutely not true. You see, he looks at you like, who told you that?
He's messing with them.
Yeah. He thinks, well.
My brother was a Leviathan. It's
He
fine.
says, shut up.
We head to the lake.
You go to the lake? Okay. It's still in the PM, so it's not, the sun is still up. But if you want to head to the lake, that's totally fine.
I mean, we can't head there at night. That's when our train is.
That's true.
I'm gonna be honest, like, no disrespect to chat. I know you want to see this out, especially since y'all voted on it. But like, Ailsane's prerogatives are very clear. He's going to find those kids. So it's like, he could stop and help this town, but if it's going to impede his progress in any way toward getting to those kids, it's like no. They can figure it out on their own.
Um, so you head to the lake. Let me pull that up.
That's true. The figure might follow us onto the train, especially since it's been seen at the train station.
So, the three of you arrive at Lake Melody. You see, this is just sort of the shore. It is a lot of it's like I think I said it's the sort of springtime in this area. But this forest is the forests of Lavian are sort of perpetually fall colors. They're sort of always red and brown and green and yellow. And the grass around here is always this sort of like yellowy orange color.
Everything's always in the process of dying, but never quite dies.
Mm-hmm. Everything. Well, you think these are just like the colors of these leaves. Like you're not sure that they turn, that they just like are this color.
Fantasy trees.
So you arrive at the lake. Let me put your tokens down. What would you like to do?
I mean, it's not lost on me the fact that I did have a dream about a spooky thing in the water, that like a spooky me in the water, and all blackness around me.
True.
I guess I just kind of look in the water. Is the water like pretty clear? Is it murky?
Yeah, right here near the shore, it's pretty clear. It's like pretty crystal clear blue, actually. Like, it's very, very serene.
I kind of scan the bottom of the lake and see if I can just like see anything that seems out of the ordinary.
Yeah. Kaz will help you look around. Give me an investigation or perception check with the advantage.
Let's see. We're gonna do... I guess they're both the same. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I think, yeah, 18.
Okay. You look...
See, chat, Ailstain's pretty good at a lot of things. It's just the two things I'm not good at. Or the three things are Arcana, History, and Nature. Like, it's the three things that I can't do for some reason, but everything else I'm good at.
Mm-hmm. You said you got an 18?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you, Kaz, and Ambrose all kind of look around. Initially, you don't think that there's like much to find, but as you're looking, I mean, you see footprints along the paths. You see like cart tracks coming to and from and kind of around the lakes, heading off in different directions. You see signs that animals come here to drink. And you see like lots of little like deer prints disappearing into the woods. And you almost miss it as you are focused on like kind of the edge of the lake and sort of the land around. You see, you're looking out across the water, and you see sort of like all these clusters of lily pads, and you see you kind of like glance past, and then something catches your eye. You glance back, and Kaz notices you looking, and you see he steps forward to look as well, and he kind of looks at you like, do you see that too? And
What am I seeing?
one of the clusters of lily pads is sort of more shaped than the others.
Is it circular?
No, it's sort of like, it looks like maybe there is something under the water, sort of hiding under the lily pads.
Okay,
You
I
see-
can't tell what it is from here.
It is it's like close to the shore, but you'd have to kind of wade into the shallows to get closer to it. It's this sort of
Oh, it's like close to the shore on our side.
Yes, so it's literally this cluster right here.
Earlier when we were talking about krakens and leviathans and stuff, did Kaz seem scared?
No.
Of no? Okay. I think regardless,
I don't think
still
you've
like.
ever seen Kaz show any kind of fear.
I think I still regardless elbow him a little bit and go.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think it might be a leviathan.
You see that he turns and flicks you on the forehead. And you see Ambrose is like, what? A leviathan? No, leviathans live in deep ocean. That's ridiculous.
No, buddy. Leviathans can get pretty small sometimes. I think it might be out there, Ambrose.
See, Ambrose says, I've never heard of a lake leviathan. Is there something that you know that I don't know? And then you see Kaz is just shaking his head adamantly, like, no, he doesn't know. He doesn't know what you don't know.
Says, I just think you better be very careful. We don't want to deal with a mini leviathan. We don't want to deal with a pygmy leviathan.
Oh my god.
A teacup leviathan.
You see, Kaz says, are you gonna keep laughing and maybe alert that thing that we're here? Or are you gonna get in the water and go find out what it is?
He says, I'm not gonna get in the water. What do you think I'm like? I got brain damage? Hell no.
And he picks up a rock and he throws it at the lily pads.
You throw. Okay, go ahead and
like
give
a little
me...
like a little pebble.
Yeah, go ahead. Make an unarmed. Make a what is it called? A fuck. Not an unarmed strike. A what the fuck is it called? Improvised. Give me an improvised weapon attack.
Yeah, I think it would be thrown, so it would be plus dexterity. I think, right? The roll, it would be the roll, your proficiency plus dexterity or something like that. I think. Am I remembering that right? Chat, am I remembering that right?
It's.
I think it's just a flat 2. I think it's a flat 2 plus your dex, right? Am I remembering that right?
That sounds right to me.
Yeah. I'm gonna just fucking roll.
Yeah.
That would be 19.
Oh, yep. You
It's okay, to be clear, it is a little pebble. It shouldn't do damage.
You see that you pick up a pebble, and before either of them can stop you, you throw it into the water, and you see both Ambrose and Kaz at the same time go, no, what are you? And go ahead, roll me a d4.
I don't know why they're so... Why D4? Why is it doing damage? It's a pebble.
Do a d4.
What is this pebble made of? Is it an explosive pebble?
You don't know what the d4 is for. Just roll it.
You're gonna be like, you just killed a frog or something. A 1.
You
brain a frog using a pebble.
The pebble makes a loud, like, thud sound, and like the water, and you hear, like what sounds like a scream underwater, like, and you see a dark figure. What was a cluster of lily pads begins to rise and rise and rise and rise until you see a green woman, long, dark green skin, long, dark hair that looks like seaweed, an outfit that is made of, like, kelp and seaweed and, like, bits of, like, fish netting and stuff like that. You see her stand up. She has a lily pad on her head because she rose from directly underneath them. And you see a big red bump on her forehead.
From a pebble? Does she have glass bones and paper skin?
You see, she stands up, and you see her eyes are completely yellow with black like slits for pupils. And you see she stands up, and her mouth is just sharp, like full of sharp teeth. And she just stands up and she goes, "Ow!"
Whoa, my bad. I was trying to skip rocks. I didn't realize this lake was occupied.
You see, she says, "No, I saw you throw that at me."
Well, yeah, that's how you skip rocks. You throw
suck.
rocks.
Fuck you. You see, she picks a stone up from the riverbed and chucks it at you.
Okay, what the fuck is going on? I threw a pebble.
Misses.
How does that do damage?
She missed by a mile. She missed. You see, Ambrose goes, "Whoa," and she throws it, and it completely dodges, or he completely jumps out of the way.
I feel like I'm being punked right now. This is ridiculous. I threw a pebble, chat.
You see, she goes.
All right, you know what? No, Seth, I'm remembering this. When Ailstain throws a rock, I want it to do 10,000 damage.
Okay.
Because evidently, he's really good at doing damage with rocks.
You threw a rock at somebody.
A pebble.
Regardless, it hit her.
I'm remembering this. If I hit someone with a rock, it better fucking obliterate them.
You see Kaz immediately hand on the mace, and you see Ambrose goes, "Whoa, hang on. Okay, all right. Can we please? You see Ambrose kind of walks forward. He's like, "I am so sorry for the actions of my friend. We did not mean to hurt you or disturb you in your domain." She goes, "Fuck you. You're throwing rocks in my lake? What the fuck are you doing? Were you trying to hit some fish? Do you hate fish?"
No, I was trying to skip rocks. What the? That's a normal thing for people to do. What, have you never skipped a rock before?
No, because what if it could hit somebody in the water or a fish?
You want to skip rocks with me?
No. She throws another rock at
it's
you.
It's really fun.
It's natural 20.
All right, okay, hang on. Are we doing initiative now? Like, what the fuck is happening?
No. It hits you, but it doesn't do any damage. But it does leave, like, a little mark.
Okay.
She goes, "How do you like it? Huh?"
He throws a pebble at her again. I'm gonna skip a rock real quick here. Make sure, and listen, if you're in the way of me skipping the rocks, that's your fault, not mine.
You see, she goes, do you throw another rock at her?
Yeah.
Okay.
She threw two at me, I get to throw one at her.
Okay, roll an attack roll.
Oh my god, wait, that's like really good.
Oh no.
Did we say 2 plus dexterity?
Yeah.
That would be 23.
Okay. All right. Roll me a d4.
No, I'm not doing more damage to her. I refuse to let me damage her with another fucking pebble. Okay. I grabbed the smallest, tiniest rock known to man.
Okay. You see, you throw a pebble and it hits her, and you see she just stands there. Like, her skin is green and actively turning red. And you see, she holds out her arms, and like water begins to rise from the lake, and it crashes down upon you. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, is she trying to kill me now?
No.
What is happening? I don't understand this encounter.
She kind of just like threw some water at you to knock you over. Kaz.
You said a dex save?
Yes.
I actually have proficiency with that. 19.
Okay, all three of you are not knocked over. But you are now completely soaked in water. You see Harry comes out of your scarf and begins like squeaking because now he's all wet and mad about it. And you
Whoa! Don't fuck with Harry. What's wrong with you?
She says, "Stop throwing rocks at me! What are you doing here?"
You quit
soaking my friend. He's not involved.
You see, Ambrose is like, okay, please, can we please? This was all a
I'll fucking
misunderstanding. No! Do you yell that at her?
I think it's the fucking the cat meme where there's like the angry cat like that's like yelling in the chair, and then like the lady that's yelling at the cat, and like someone's holding her back. I want one of them to hold him back while he's like, I'll fucking kill you!
You see Kaz is like holding onto your arms from the back, like restraining you. And you see Ambrose is just going, no, this is a misunderstanding. We're going to leave. We're very sorry. And you see the woman in the lake is like, yeah, get the fuck out of here. What are you doing here? Trying to hit me with rocks? Trying to kill my fish? Fuck you. And you see Ambrose is like, no, I'm very sorry. We're going to leave now.
He says, no, we're not. Okay, enough dicking around. This is getting fucking ridiculous. Okay, I'm so sorry about this fucking stupid fucking rock situation. Evidently the gods have decided a pebble can fucking kill a person, so I'm sorry about that. I didn't realize pebbles could fucking slaughter human beings and whatever you are.
She goes, well, it didn't slaughter me. I'm fine. It just kind of hurt a little bit. You see, she like sort of rubs her head a little bit. She goes, why are you throwing rocks at me? I'm just here, just chilling in my lake, and you come over and you hit me with a rock. You would be mad too.
Well, the townspeople don't exactly know that you exist. I mean, surely you understand that a spooky figure lurking in the lake that often people die in, that's a little disconcerting. Surely you understand that.
You see, she says, well, it's not my fault they die in the lake. Some people try to swim and they don't know how. What does that have to do with me?
Okay, but like, okay, imagine you go to, okay, let me reframe this so that you can understand. Imagine you go to a town, right? You decide to go into town.
I've never been to a town.
And people tell you, okay, yes, but, oh my God, that's the whole point of the hypothetical. I don't normally go to lakes. Imagine you go to a town and there's a street that everyone says, hey, people die on this street all the time. And then you see a spooky shadow figure staring at you in the street. You're probably gonna be a little not keen on that figure being there. You understand?
You see, she says, I'm not a spooky shadow figure.
You absolutely are a spooky shadow figure.
She says, I'm a water nymph. I'm not made of shadows.
I see that now, but you was hiding in those lily pads. Come on, don't be obtuse.
I was chilling
What's with everyone being obtuse
in my
today?
lily pads, and you came and assaulted me.
Well, regardless, that's why I threw it. I thought you was the thing that's been what's been killing people. So
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Well,
Big misunderstanding.
Fine. Well, what do you mean the thing that's been killing people? You mean the lake? People just drown sometimes.
Well, not that. Am I crazy? I feel like people don't just oftentimes go down to a lake and drown.
She says,
Anyway.
It happens to me all the time. Well, not to me, but I see it happen all the time. People do not know how to swim.
You drown in lakes?
She says, well, no, I can breathe water. Anyway, she goes, anyway, go away
I feel like
now.
I'm losing my mind. Everyone's being obtuse today. What the fuck is happening? I've stepped into an alternate reality where every single person's being obstinate.
You see, Ember says, okay, I think we have to go. Or, like, we need to exit this situation somehow.
He says, okay. He like takes a deep breath and he like pinches his nose a little bit. He's like, a lady died here like a couple weeks ago or something. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah. She was, there's a shrine, on an island in the lake that she was trying to get to. And her boat hit a rock and she drowned. Her boat like capsized and like trapped her and she drowned.
Wait, how big is this lake? It looks like a pond on the map.
Well,
is it like
I
gigantic?
said, this is just the shore, but this lake like extends out. It's like a pretty big lake.
Oh, okay. Can I see the statue from here or the shrine?
Give me a perception check.
Okay. Oh, natural 20. I see everything
shit.
on this lake, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty far, but you see out in sort of the middle of the lake, there's a small island. And you can't make out what the statue is, but you do see a small stone structure, on the little island.
Can I make out any details about the stone structure?
No, well, you're really far away. I mean, you rolled a natural 20, but again, you can't critically succeed on skill checks. So, like, you see it, but it's too far away to, like,
you're
discern.
you waste your natural 20.
No. You see, she says, like, why? Did you, like, know her or something? Or what?
No, we got a spooky figure problem right now.
Oh. Is that why you thought I was a spooky figure?
Yes. A lot of people been spotting this spooky figure moving around town.
Oh.
Evidently it haunts your lake. I'm surprised you haven't seen it.
Haunts? No. She says, well, there are a lot of spirits here, but all of them are in the ethereal plane, so none of them have manifested in the material recently that I've seen.
He says, what's that shrine out there anyway?
Oh, I don't actually know the goddess it's to, but it's of a woman. I don't really know a lot about that. I know that it's been there for a while, and occasionally people come and, like, do stuff to it, and then they leave, and that lady was, trying to do that, and then she drowned, and then when she so what happened was, like, that lady was trying to get to it, her boat capsized, she drowned, and then the next day somebody else came, and they did something to it, and I haven't seen them since, but yeah, that's all I know.
So someone else tried to go out there too?
Yeah, they made the first lady didn't get there, so I assume they sent someone else to do whatever she didn't do.
What happened to the first lady?
She drowned.
Oh, the second lady did make it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if she
Okay.
was a lady. It was just like a... Yeah, you know what? It was a dark figure. Oh, you're so right. Maybe that is what I saw.
Okay.
She says...
All right, well...
She says, I'm Song, by the way. Not that you asked.
Not...
Because you're rude. But...
Okay. He turns to Ambrose and Kaz and he's like, what is going on? Why is
You see
am I
Ambrose,
crazy? Or is
Ambrose
everyone
says, I'm
obstinate today?
Ambrose. It's nice to meet you, Song. Are you named after the river? And she says, yeah, I'm Song of the River Reeds. I'm named for the lake and the river.
I want to go hang out with Jada again. She's the only fucking normal person in this entire goddamn town.
You see Kaz says, I don't want to be here either, but you decided we were going to do this, so... and you see she says, okay, well, stop throwing rocks in my lake, please. I'm gonna go, but nice to meet you, I guess.
He picks up a rock and tosses it up in his hand and then
Mhm.
puts it in his pocket and walks away.
Okay. You see she is, like, glaring at you, and then when you pocket it, she, like, you see she does this thing where, like, she backs into the water and then just disappears vertically.
Oh, okay.
And is gone. And you
God.
see Amber says, well, she was kind of nice.
Ambrose, I'm gonna throw this at your head next.
No. Why?
I throw
You,
the
to be
pebble at
fair,
Ambrose's
no.
head.
He swats it out of the air. He says, to be fair, you did throw something at her, so that's kind of on you, but...
I'm gonna keep throwing rocks at you until you drop this.
Okay.
I throw another rock at him.
It's dropped! You see, Kaz is kind of like...
I swear to God, people are trying to irritate me today.
See, Ember says, I think you're just irritable today. I don't think that you slept very well.
I throw another rock at his head.
Oh my god. He says, are you trying to get me to stab you again? Is that what you want? You masochist?
I throw another rock at his head.
Oh my god. He walks away. He's like, all right. He says, okay, that's enough. I'm leaving now. Kaz says, no, where are you going? Says, no, don't leave. Come on. We've still got stuff to do. Right? What are we doing?
I mean, there's not really fucking anything we can do other than, like, I guess go check out the shrine, but we don't have, like, a boat, and I don't know if swimming out there is a good idea if people are regularly drowning in this lake.
On that natural 20 perception, you do notice there's a small dock, kind of more down the lake with some rowboats.
Do the waters look particularly choppy?
No. It's pretty calm, still waters. Other than where the rippling where Song disappeared back into the water.
Mm-hmm. Says, all right, we're gonna hijack a boat.
Oh. All right. But
I mean, you can stay here. You feel free to stay here if you want. But I'm curious about this shrine.
Okay, for sure. Kaz says, yeah, I don't care. I'll steal a boat. The three of you.
Whoa, not stealing, borrowing. We're gonna give it back.
Yeah. Whatever you say. He's already like on his way to the dock. The three of you make your way down. It's just a short walk. Probably like 5 minutes to get to the dock. There's several boats tied up, and there's like no one around. So, Kaz just starts like getting one ready. He kind of like unties it, like gets in. He's like, all right, I'll row, I guess.
I'll paddle with my hands at the same time.
Oh, okay, great.
I'll hang off the side and kick my feet.
Oh, are you gonna get in the water and kick?
No.
Okay. So the three of you make your way to the little island. It's just big enough to like for the three of you to stand on and like have like a little bit more room for the statue. It's really not a big island at all. So Kaz and Ambrose actually kind of stay in the boat while you like get
so, like
out.
a little man-made, like just pillar sticking
yeah.
out of the water.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Oh. I have to investigate if it's a pillar sticking out of the water?
Oh, are you trying to investigate the statue or the island?
Well, yeah, like the island the shrine is on.
Oh, okay, no, yeah, that's just it doesn't look man-made. It looks like a natural sort of like outcropping here that someone came and built a little like statue on.
But it's just like a really small outcropping?
Yeah, it's just the land kind of makes a little island here and then divots again.
I don't know how to imagine what you're describing. So like it's
just like a little island in the middle of
like
the lake.
if it's like a tiny little island, are we like, is the boat like coming ashore?
They're sort of like like to the side of it. Like they pull up and kind of like get like a stake in the ground to like tie the boat to so it doesn't like float away, but it's like not
Is it like a stone island, like a stone outcropping?
No, it's like dirt.
I have no idea what I'm picturing right now.
It just
Am I stupid?
Yes, it's just like a little patch of dirt that comes up out of the water.
Well, yeah, but then we would go ashore, wouldn't we?
There's not enough
Because it wouldn't be a sheer
room.
cliff.
Huh?
Okay. I don't understand visually what's going on right now, but that might just be me. Okay. Is there like anything else here, or is it just the shrine?
It's just a shrine. There's sort of some like what look like offerings like left around it. There's like flowers. There's a basket. There's some like little like gems and like trinkets and things.
Okay.
But give me an investigation check to look at the statue.
Oh, okay. 13.
Okay. Ambrose, you kind of look at this statue, and you're like, that's a statue of a lady, and it looks divine, but you kind of don't know that much about divinity, like about the gods, to be able to tell like which one it is. And you see Ambrose says, well, I happen
Well,
to
wait.
be.
Would that be investigation or would that be religion?
That's true. I guess you can make a religion check if you'd like to. Okay, so actually, yeah. Make religion. With the investigation, you see it is a sort of gray stone statue of a woman. You see she has like, she's wearing like a hood, and some like robes that like drape across her body. And you see that she is holding, well, give me a religion check.
Okay. 15.
Okay. You see that the statue has a moon behind the woman's head that curves up, and you see she's holding a star and a crescent moon in her hands, and in the center of her chest is a moon, like a full moon, and then on either side is 2 crescent moons the other way, with a crescent moon sort of rising in the back as well.
Is this like Saluna?
And with that religion check, you recognize the symbol to be the symbol of Nyx, one of the three original goddesses of creation. Sol being the main one, Nyx being the so Sol, goddess of light, Nyx, the goddess of darkness and the moon, and then Mor was the goddess of death, and they were the 3 original goddesses of creation. And so you recognize this as a symbol of Nyx. And you see, well, yeah, I guess with that religion check you would know. You know that after the fall, when a lot of celestials and gods rose and fell, that Nyx became a like a banned worship, because she didn't fall but has become sort of like a like an outlawed goddess, because she sided against the like current like good pantheon, essentially.
A vilified god.
And so she is, her worship is frowned upon, and in certain countries, illegal. You're not.
Is it frowned upon in this country?
You are not certain. You've never been to Lavian before. You know.
Hey, Ambrose, you know your political shit. Is it illegal to fucking worship Nyx in this country?
You see that Ambrose says, well, while it is illegal to worship her in Kala, as Sol is the sort of major deity there, and the 2 are enemies now, it is only frowned upon in Lavian, but not punishable by death as it is in Kala. So it's surprising to see this here, though it is not, whoever set this up won't be like vilified or like arrested, but if the townspeople...
Never thought about how fucking fascistic Kala was, when you think about the fact that we have a monotheistic, like like a forced
a forced monotheistic society. Huh.
You see, Amber says, well, it's not monotheistic. There are 3 goddesses of Rian. Soul
All
is
right,
just...
a forced dual theistic. You can't really worship certain religions, evidently, in Kala. That's
You see...
And I don't know why this is just occurring to me, but that's pretty fucked up.
You see, Kaz is... Well, he's usually pretty quiet. And so he is also very quiet in this moment. He doesn't...
Oz, are you a hater of Nyx worshippers? I know you're a soul boy yourself.
You see that Ambrose gives Kaz a look. And Kaz looks over at the statue. And he says... You see that he kind of, like, tilts his head and he says, I don't have anything against her.
Wow, real convincing. I'm sold.
You see...
I do a fucking insight check
Okay.
to see just how much he hates Nyx's followers.
Give me an insight check.
Ooh, fuck. Ooh, well, I have a pretty good modifier. 11?
You are completely uncertain.
God, every check is so high DC.
You cannot be sure of the truthfulness of his words. You have no idea.
He for sure hates Nyx followers. He's like, what? Okay, come on, be for real, guys. Why do we? What's going on? Why do we hate these guys? What's up?
Why do we hate who?
Followers of Nyx, whichever one. Take your pick.
You see, Ember says, we don't. It's outlawed in Kala because she's sided against Soul in the fall, and so she is, the outlaw, or worship of her has been outlawed there, and it is frowned upon here because she is considered like a dark deity. But I have nothing against her personally. She's not necessarily.
Okay, so because the other gods are always so much better people. Okay, got it.
You see, Ember says, just to be clear, I don't worship any deity. I think that religion is very fascinating, and I'm quite interested in the different sort of aspects of deism and the sort of the hierarchy of it all. But I personally don't worship. If that is important to you at all?
I'm watching Kaz the entire time out of the corner of my eye to see, like, if he has anything to say.
Has a completely neutral face and does not say anything.
Alright.
You see, he kind of says, like, not the time or the place.
Okay, since I touched the nerve here. Okay, what do you say we go back to shore?
Okay. You get back in the boat and you head to shore. You see on the way back, Ambrose says, like, okay, so I wonder if the figure is, like, a secret follower of Nyx and is, like, maybe, I'm not sure, if they're tending the shrine, perhaps? If perhaps the woman who drowned was the previous tender and then she passed. Maybe they sent someone
How big
new.
was the shrine?
It was just a little statue with kind of a stone, like, covering. So you could only, like, see it from one side. And then there were some, like, little offerings, like, scattered on the ground in front of it. So not very big. I'd say maybe like waist height on you.
Says if she's a secret follower, she's not exactly doing a very good job of hiding it.
He says, well, that's fair. There is fishing on these lakes, but this is a bit towards the shallows, so I'm not sure that any boat would come super near this place. And it's a bit far out to swim. So it's kind of right in a perfect spot for no one to come here unless they, like, knew that something was here.
He says, so you said it's frowned upon here. Just how frowned upon are we talking?
Well, socially, their reputation would probably be tanked, and they would likely be ousted from any sort of reputable circles that they were running, and likely they would flee to another town in shame. Well, shame of what, you know, that is put on them, but they wouldn't be like arrested. It would just be more of a social like
Says, oh, to be clear, I'm absolutely certain that arrest was not on anyone's mind. I'm just saying that I don't know. I seem to recall followers. There's a few followers of Soul out there. He turns to Kaz and he says, no offense, by the way, who are very cool and normal people, and would react very cool and normal about this.
you see Kaz doesn't say anything. And Ambrose is like, well, the goddesses are enemies, so if a devout follower of Soul were to discover this shrine, it would perhaps be their charge to destroy it and find the person responsible, as is their sort of divine charge.
He says,
Though they do not worship Soul here as we do in Kala. Their goddess is the goddess of truth. Oh fuck, I don't have her name. Oh, it's oh no, that's the goddess of fortune. Fuck, I can't remember the god. Oh no,
getting your gods mixed up.
it's I don't have my Pantheon page open.
He says, I don't know. I just never understood it, you know? I mean, who cares if someone worships one of the other gods in the Pantheon? I mean, we're all just tools to him anyway.
You see, Amber says, well,
Oh no.
it's
Oh no, you're a tool to a different god.
it's not so much about just worshipping another deity. It's the fact that Soul and Nyx are enemies. They were sisters, took to different sides in the war, and are now sworn to, you know, to end each other.
Says,
So
oh no, I'm aware.
their followers.
I get what you're saying. I'm just saying, why is it any skin off anyone else's nose? And he like does like the jerk off motion. Says,
Oh.
all those gods are up there jerking each other off constantly, and we're left in the middle to squabble it out.
You see, Ambrose kind of is like, well, I don't disagree with you. Also, the goddess of truth's name is Veritas. That's why the city is
Veritas.
named Veritas. It's named for her.
I see. He says, can we be sure that someone hasn't been destroying that shrine?
It didn't look destroyed to me. In fact, it looked quite well kept. There wasn't a lot of flora around it, and they looked to be fresh offerings.
If the figure's regularly going out there, I don't know, maybe they're cleaning up defacements or something.
That could be true. Perhaps someone is defacing it, and so they must continue to tend it. But, well, in Kala, if the shrine were discovered, it would be destroyed. But perhaps here, if it were discovered, because it is only frowned upon, defacement would be the next best thing, if they did not want to go so far as to destroy it.
As we're walking back closer to the town, and we near that area where the lily pads were, her name was Song.
Mm-hmm.
Says,
Hey, son, can you hear me? Hey!
You see, Kaz says, please don't instigate something with her. You see, roll me a d10.
A D10.
Mm-hmm. You want a high
hang on,
number.
let me find that. It's I'm not used to rolling D10s. A 5.
Wow, perfectly in the middle.
Neither low nor high.
You see some rippling in the water.
I say,
You seen any other boats going out to that shrine?
You see, a lily pad nearby lifts up again, and you just see her big yellow eyes above the water. And you see, she shakes her head.
says,
Okay, cool, thank you.
Disappears.
so much for defacements. All right, well, I'm out of theories.
Yeah. You see, Ambrose says, I mean, she could just be tending it, to upkeep it. I'm not sure. I don't know the rituals
Alright,
one
well.
takes to keep a shrine.
I don't really know what else to do, guys. We kind of got a whole lot of dead ends, dead end after dead end here. I guess we hang out till night.
You see, Ambrose is like, there are a lot of leaves scattered here. I'm going to go find an interesting one to look at. And you see, Kaz says, no, don't wander off. Don't wander off. And Ambrose is already like marching his way into the forest.
All right, but like, make sure you fucking get back in time for the train.
I'm not going far. You see, Ambrose is just kind of like walking around the trees and like picking up different leaves. And he goes, I'm going to make a scrapbook. And he starts like collecting like different ones and putting them in a bag.
Ailstain collects more very tiny pebbles that have no risk of harming someone were they to hit someone, so that
Okay.
he can use those from now on.
Okay, great. Do you start skipping rocks or what are you doing?
No, I'm not gonna fucking throw more rocks so that I might fucking bludgeon a nymph baby or something.
Baby.
I don't know. I threw a pebble and it nearly killed a woman.
You threw it directly at her. So that was
I threw it at
different.
the lily pads.
Yeah, and that's exactly where she was. So
Uh-huh.
anyway, time passes. How long do you stay? Dusk begins to set.
I want to make our way back to town before night.
Okay. As dusk begins to set the sky, the three of you return to town. You see, Ambrose says, well, it's quite a mystery. I hope someone else is able to discover what is going on, or at least I hope perhaps it is nothing nefarious, at the least.
Well, maybe she'll hitch a ride on the train, and we'll be neighbors.
You see, he says that is also an option. She did mention.
Would you like to have a ghost as a neighbor, Ambrose? How does it make you feel? Spooky ghost, spooky specter.
He says, okay, well, we don't think it's a ghost anymore. And I don't know. They're fine. I'm not afraid of ghosts, if that's what you're asking. They're just souls of the departed.
But like, what if it gets real close to you and goes, "Woo"?
He says, you seem to have some preconceived notions about me that I don't know where you're getting from. I'm not afraid of
I don't know.
everything.
People tend to get afraid of ghosts pretty often. It's like the number one thing people are afraid of.
You see, he sort of is quiet for a minute, and like more to himself, he says like, I have enough experience with death to last me a lifetime.
Holy shit! That's the most intense you've ever been, Ambrose.
He kind of like shakes himself out of it, and he goes, what? Oh, I'm sorry, what are you talking about?
Are we gonna talk about that, or are you just gonna be super edgy and mysterious and then move on?
Um, sorry, I just, I, I don't know. I've just, I've lived a long life, I suppose. That's all.
Long life. How old are you?
You see he smiles, and he says, "A gentleman never tells his age."
Oh, so you're old, huh?
He says, "What? No. How rude of you to assume that. What makes you think that?"
He leans into Kazi. Is he like an old man?
You see the corner of Kaz's mouth kind of quirks up. And he says, "Well, he's older than me, that's for sure."
Oh my god, I didn't consider you're Kaz's dad.
Oh, Kaz says, "Don't say that." You see Amber says, "We don't even look alike. How would that be possible?"
What are we talking? 40, 50, 60? Or are you like super old? Are you like ancient?
Amber says, "I don't want to talk about this right now, okay? I already said, look, you don't need to know how old I am. It's not important."
You know how old I am?
No, I don't. Do I? How old are you? Oh, wait. Did you tell me that?
4,000.
No. Okay, if you're 4,000. All right. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Yes. If you're 4,000, then I'm probably like 6,000. Definitely no older than that.
Oh, okay, so your real age is about a little under 2,000 years old. Okay, got it.
He goes, "What?" He goes, "Whatever you wish to believe." You silly man.
That's true. He does have an old woman friend.
The
Ambrose just has the greatest skincare of all time. He's
He doesn't look, he looks like probably late 20s. Like, he does not look old at all.
he's got the D&D wizard thing going on, or the Witcher sorceress thing going on.
Where they, like, magically make
Never
themselves
age.
younger. Yeah. Well, you don't know. He's a bard. The three of you make your way back into town. And I'd say you get there just after the sun sets. It's about like 7 or 8 p.m. Do you
All right.
arrive at the train station? Or is there somewhere else you go first?
I don't know. I guess we pace the streets, just kind of walking around while we wait for midnight to roll around. I don't know what else to do.
Okay. You
I feel like I'm like expected to do something, but I don't know what to do. Like I'm just
No.
pacing at this
It's
point.
just I have said to you multiple times, you can just say like we wait until this time. I'm just asking if you're doing anything of importance before we get to that time.
No, I'm not like not as like a bad thing. I'm saying that like I feel like I don't know. I feel like I should be doing something, but I don't know what, so I'm just pacing around.
You pace. You see lots of different people in the streets. The lanterns have all begun to turn on as nighttime arrives. This place is very cozy feeling. All the plants give it just like a nice kind of like cozy cottage feel to this whole place. You don't find anyone walking the streets. And as it starts to get later, 10, 11 p.m., you make your way to the train station to wait for the train to Aramor. You see, there is only one person in the train station behind the counter. This guy, he looks kind of middle-aged. He's got kind of heavy eye bags. He looks pretty tired. Working the night shift is probably never easy. And as you approach the counter, he says, "Where are you heading?" And then you see he looks at the clock and says, "Never mind." He says,
One option, please.
he says, for the three of you, it's 3 gold for 3 tickets to Aramor.
I put 3 gold on the counter.
He takes the gold and slides the 3 of you 3. Oh yeah, and your horse. He says you have a horse with you. That's another gold.
Oh, okay. I put another gold on that counter.
Okay. Obi has just kind of been like walking around with you guys this whole time. You like left him at the
Oh no,
like.
Ailstane's been riding him the
Oh,
whole
okay.
time,
Oh, great. Fantastic.
even in the boat.
Nope, not on the boat. Obi does not like the boat. He did not get in the boat. You see that so he hands you 3 tickets and a pass that is like, it's like when you put your luggage at the airport and they give you that thing that's like, here's your luggage tag. It's like, here's your horse tag.
Horse tag.
Yeah. And then you see another kind of younger guy comes off the train and takes
They
the
stamp
horse.
the other end on Obi's forehead.
It's like it just says like
His eyes blink one at a time after they do it.
yes. Obi is not super excited about getting on the train again, but he reluctantly goes with the train attendant to be boarded.
I do the thing Bergamot was doing when she calmed him down, and I give him a carrot.
Oh, okay. He calms down a little bit. He like nuzzles you.
I think Harry comes out too, and also pats him.
You see the time goes by.
If we have boarded the train, this would probably be a good spot to take our 15.
Okay. Not
I'm just
yet.
because there's an ad break coming.
Okay, give me a couple of seconds to just describe some things.
Okay.
Midnight rolls around. You 3 seem to be the only passengers getting on the new train. Your horse has been boarded. The 3 of you are kind of like, you're sort of like waiting for them to tell you that you can board. It's like this, it almost feels like a liminal space in this like empty train station. Like time feels like it's not real here. And I think all of you are kind of like zoning out or kind of like in hushed conversation with each other. What is your passive perception? 12. And what are theirs? Okay. You see that you and Ambrose are maybe having like kind of a hushed conversation, just like about whatever. And so neither of you notice anything.
2,000 years old, huh? That's crazy.
See, Ambrose says, I'm not going to tell you my age, Elson, so you might as well just drop it.
No, you did. 2,000 years old. That's
you
a
might
crazy
as well just
number.
drop it. And
Damn, you were here. You were here during the fall, huh?
You see Kaz, you see Kaz kind of like taps you on your shoulder and he says, hey. And you see he's looking towards the entrance of the train. He says, did you see that?
Sure looks like the entrance to a train.
He says, no, there, shit. He says, I don't know how I missed her, but there was a woman who like came. She was like, she didn't come from the entrance.
She did what?
He says, I don't know, I might just be tired, but it kind of looked like she walked out of the shadows in that corner and then walked onto the train and sort of disappeared. You didn't see that? Neither of you saw that.
He elbows Ambrose and he says,
Oh my God, we are getting a ghost passenger on the train.
Amber says, well, I sure hope not, but if so, I suppose it will be an interesting train ride. And the bell tolls.
okay, hang on. Before we go, Kaz, how old did she look?
He says, I don't know. I just saw the back of her. I honestly didn't even, it was just sort of like the shadow of a woman. I didn't even see her face.
Okay, but like a full woman, right? Not like a child.
No, yeah, it was like, yeah.
Okay.
Why?
Was she hot?
I don't like women. I don't know.
I'm gonna seduce the ghost, guys.
Okay. He says, if that's your prerogative, you go for it. So the three of you get back on the train. And you see, just as you step through, you hear the conductor over the loudspeakers, like, take your seats, we'll be departing shortly. And let me bring us to the train.
The whole time I'm looking around for this spooky ghost.
You enter the passenger carriage, and it is empty. It is just the three of you.
Which one's the passenger carriage?
The one with the red carts at the bottom. Or the red seats at the bottom.
Where's the cargo one?
Cargo is towards the front. It is just after the
second one.
it's the second car, yes.
Cargo in front. Interesting.
Yeah, I looked up like how actual trains are ordered, and they said that like that was kind of how it was. I don't know. That article might have been incorrect, but that's just what I based it on. You see the three of you enter onto the train car, and you just have seat tickets. You don't have a cabin this time, as it's just a few hour ride. So all of you enter, or all of you take a seat. Sorry, let me get your tokens out. Oh, that's not where I wanted you. God, you're gigantic. Please become normal sized. Thank you so much.
Ailstein becomes 50 feet tall.
Yes.
Ambrose then also becomes 50 feet tall.
And finally.
Damn, you guys are huge.
So the three of you take your seats. After a short amount of time, the train begins to move. And after a few minutes, you are well on your way through the forest, heading south to the Verloren Wood and the mysterious town of Aramor. You see Kaz, after it's been like probably 30 minutes of you guys just kind of like sitting, waiting for the train to like get on its way. Kaz has been looking around the whole time, but you see he kind of is like,
I mean, I'm looking around too.
yeah.
Now that I know that there's a spooky ghost hitching a ride.
Kaz is kind of like, so are we investigating this or what?
Got nothing else to do.
Yeah, that's fair. You see, he says, well, the only thing behind us is the horse cart where Obi is. And I think
Right behind us.
yeah, so
Oh, I guess so. He's not in the cargo car this time.
yes, there's a specific like animal one that is behind this cart, so it's past. It's not on this map. I could only zipper. I could only get so many train cars on this map. But yeah, so
fair enough.
he is in the car behind you. And all the cars ahead, so the cars ahead of you are the dining car, the like the sleeping cart, and then the cargo cart, and then the front of the train.
Yeah, I mean, are we allowed to walk around?
Yeah, there's nobody else on this train. So if you were,
Yeah, but I mean, like, is it like against the rules to walk about the cabin? He said take your seats.
Yeah, that was just for sort of the like takeoff, but yeah, there's not anything against like walking around.
What is Zipper doing? She's mad because I turned off the heater in the living room because it was getting really warm in there, and she loves to sit directly in front of the heater.
Yeah.
But don't worry, she's not cold. That room is warm.
It's warm.
Right
She's just And then I'm not out there with her, so she sits in front of my door and yells, because she wants to
She's
come
yelling
in.
because she wants the heater back.
Yeah. Well, but she also likes to sit in here with me, but not when we're streaming because
Right
she won't sit with me the whole time.
Yeah, right now she is. I guarantee she's mad because of the heat. Like, chat, I turned off the heater, and literally I hit the button to turn it off, and she turned around and yelled at me while she was
She
sitting in
likes
front of
the
it.
heater.
She went, "Rawr!" And I was like, oh my god,
All right.
so entitled.
She's entitled. But it's okay. She's allowed. She's a little old lady, so she's allowed.
Gotta warm her bones.
So you see Kaz says, all right, well, we doing this or what? You see he stands up. Ember says, should I stay here? Should somebody stay? Or are we all going? Or...
I mean, I'm not exactly anticipating a showdown or nothing. And says, you do what you want to do. I'm looking around.
You see, Amber says, I'll head back to check on the horses. Or, well, I guess just, I'll head back to check on Obi. And then, if I don't find anything in there, I'll wait here. Just see if anyone comes back. Because they can only come from up there, essentially, because the horse cart is the last one. So...
All right, don't get possessed.
He says, well, I'll try. And so Ambrose heads down to go investigate the horse cart.
Ambrose dies here. This is how Ambrose dies.
Okay. So Kaz says, all right, well, if we're both going north, I mean, we might as well just go together.
Oh my god, do you want to hold hands?
Do you say that to him?
Yeah. I like joking.
You see, he looks back at you, and he looks down at your hands, and he goes, no. And then he walks out the door.
All right, too good for me. I see how it is.
All
right, but when I don't put out later, don't get fucking mad at me.
Roll, as you enter the dining car, roll a d4 for me.
Oh, I thought you were going to say roll a d20.
Mm-mm.
What the fuck? Oh, I was like, where the fuck is my d4? It was hiding. 2.
Okay. You enter the dining car, and it is empty. There's no one in here.
I step out of the dining car and step back in.
Okay.
Does that trigger an event?
No.
Am I triggering events right now? Oh, okay.
No. You see Kaz watches you step out and step back in, and he goes, what are you doing?
So sorry, I thought I saw something like weird in the trees, but nah, I'm just my imagination.
Okay. Anyway. You see the two of you move on to the next carriage. The next one is the sleeping carriage. Go ahead and roll another d4 as you enter this room.
Rolled 2 again. Damn, I'm rolling crazy 2s.
You enter the
1s
sleeping
and
carriage.
2s.
And you do not... None of the doors are open. But you don't see anyone in the hallway. You see Kaz is kind of like looking around. He says, well, beyond here is the front of the train, and we can't go there, so she's got to be around here somewhere, right? Maybe she's... Do you think she has a cabin?
I mean, just cause we can't don't mean she can't.
Huh?
I mean, nothing stops her from going into the cargo car. I assume she don't got rules.
That's true.
What with being a specter and all.
He said, that's true. Well, wait. Is she... Well, I guess if it is a ghost, then yeah. All right. You take the lead. I'll watch you back.
I mean, honestly, like, None of the doors are open. I don't know much of what we could do in here.
No. To the cargo car.
Oh, he's saying to go into the. Is there someone watching that door?
Nope.
Oh. They really low security around this train. Okay.
He says,
Uh,
well, there's only like 3 of us here, so I don't know. Maybe he's on break.
Easy theft. All right, let's go steal some shit. uh, sure.
You lead the
We
way?
go into the cargo car.
You lead the way into the cargo car. Roll me a d4.
4.
You enter the cargo car.
Oh my god, it's in there. I triggered the event, chat.
It is dark in here. You have dark vision. So the low lighting in here is not too bad. Like you can still see basically. At first you just see boxes. There's a lot of cargo on here. Though there's not a lot of passengers, so it seems like maybe while there is a passenger cart for you, it seems like they're mostly carrying whatever this cargo is.
Does there look to be like any I don't know, fancy cargo in here?
Give me a perception check.
30-20.
You see there's a couple of big trunks with like what looks like multiple locks on them. Some of them are a little bit more like nicely made. And with that perception, behind one of the big trunks, you see 2 feet on the floor, sticking out from behind one of the trunks.
I throw a rock near the feet.
You do?
Near the feet, like not trying to hit them, trying to like thunk next to it to see if it reacts.
Okay. You throw a pebble. Tink, 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 tink. Nothing happens.
The feet don't move at all.
No.
Someone's transporting bodies in here.
Kaz kind of like smells like death in here.
Well, yeah. There's a body. You see the body, right?
You see he squints. He goes, "What? Where?"
Just all right, you weird human eyes. That's right. He says, "There's a dead body over there," and then he walks over to it.
What? Why didn't you say something sooner? What? What do you mean?
I forgot you're a human. You don't got cool eyes.
He's like, "What do you?"
I said, so sometimes y'all get on me for pointing out the obvious, and other times you get mad at me when I don't point out the obvious. Make up your minds. Then he walks toward the body.
You walk over, and you see here, on the ground, is what looks like a train attendant who is unconscious.
Oh, well, there's our security.
Kaz says, "Yeah, I was kind of wondering why there wasn't anyone guarding that door."
He is still breathing, though, right?
You check for a pulse?
Yes.
You check his pulse. It's faint, but he's still alive.
Oh, is he like bloody?
No. You do see kind of a big bump on his head, though.
Oh, so something bludgeoned him. Well, let's get him out of here.
Okay. So the cart ahead of you is the front cars where the like train drivers are, and then behind you are the rooms. So where do you want to take
Yeah,
him?
we're gonna go to the train driver car and be like, well, your guy got fucking conked on the head.
Okay. Do you want Kazas, do you want me to go? Or do you want do you want to Oh, I think I opened something. Oops.
No, let's both go. There's a fucking a bludgeoner on this train.
Okay.
Actually, go get Ambrose.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. Kaz goes to get Ambrose. And so you walk to the conductor car?
Mm-hmm. I'm carrying the body. I pick him up and drag him with me.
Okay. You go to open the door and it is locked.
God damn it. Oh my god, Harry. Time to use your lock-picking skills.
You want Harry to try to pick the lock?
I want him to try before I do. I really want him to succeed at picking one lock.
Okay.
I look into Harry's eyes and I say, listen, buddy, if you can pull this off, 10 treats in it for you. You hear me? 10. And he like holds up 10 fingers. He's like, this many treats if you can unlock that door.
Okay. Go ahead and roll animal handling.
Okay. 13?
You give Harry the lock pick, and he gets it in the lock, but he can't quite get it to turn.
I put my like fingers against his arms to like help him leverage and push it. Like, it's okay, buddy, I got you.
So you're
It's
you're picking the lock, but
yeah, I'm
pretending
kind of like
that
guiding
Harry
him
is
through
doing it.
I'm guiding him through it a little bit.
Okay, roll again.
It's like when you're benching at the gym and like you've gone a little too long and like your arms are kind of giving out and your spotter kind of like helps you through the last couple like presses. I'm kind of doing that, but with
Okay.
like picking a lock. I'm helping him leverage.
Okay, roll again.
Okay. Animal handling or
Mhm.
or sleight of hand.
Animal handling.
Okay. Oh. Dirty 20.
Okay, now roll sleight of hand.
Okay. Oh fuck. That landed cocked. 21.
All right.
Oh my god. Are we gonna succeed?
You maneuver your hands enough that the door unlocks while Harry also has his hands on the lockpick. Is what happens.
I think even though he knows he kind of was the one that did it, he opens his mouth really wide and looks down at Harry and goes, "You did it, buddy!"
Harry is like looking around and is like squeaking a little bit, but like he doesn't really know what he's done.
I give him 10 treats.
Oh my god, he is so excited. He's like, he's so excited. He's squeaking a bunch and he's going. He eats all of the
picked
treats
his first lock.
immediately.
Chat, we count it, right? I count it. We count it, right? That counts as Harry picking the lock. we're gonna say that was his first successful lockpick. Harry deserves all the credit.
You get the lock open. Do you go in?
Yeah. But I take the guy with me.
You enter the train car.
Hey, the door was unlocked. You guys should stop leaving these doors unlocked, but your guy got conked out here.
You take him with you. And it is empty.
Uh-oh. Wait, there was one fucking dude driving this train?
You're
He
not sure?
sits him down in one of these chairs. Wait, I'm not sure. Did I not see more guys get on?
You saw the guy who took your horse. You're not sure if he just loaded the horse, or if he got on too. And you didn't really see anyone else. You heard a voice tell you to take a seat, but you didn't really see anyone else.
All right. I'm gonna go check on Ambrose and Kaz.
Okay.
You stay put, buddy. Don't you worry. And I pat.
Yeah, you put him in that chair. He is
I pat a part
out.
of his head that doesn't have the bump, though.
Love that you choose to put him in a chair and not in like one of the beds.
He's driving.
Okay, great.
This way, if the train crashes, we all know it was his fault.
Okay,
He fell
great.
asleep at the wheel.
Awesome. So you place him in there, and then you head back. You make it.
How long have we been on the train? We're not gonna like fucking pull into the station and like fucking crash, are we?
No, you've only been on the train for about like 45 minutes at this point.
And how long is the ride?
It's
Couple hours?
It's a few hours, yeah. You left around
Okay.
midnight, and your arrival time's probably like 5 a.m.
Okay. Yeah, because I just want to make sure we don't fucking go full speed into the fucking train station.
You see that you head back, and you meet Kaz. You head south, and Kaz is running back up to get you, and he says, come on, come here, come on, and he just like
God
turns
damn
around
it.
and runs.
The one time we split up, and he follows him.
He goes, I fucking hate trains. I'm never getting on a train again. This sucks. The two of you make it back to let's see.
And Ambrose is just fucking like splayed, like he's been like fucking like mounted on the wall, guts strewn. Like, it's like, oh my god!
You see that you make it back to the passenger cart, and you see Ambrose unconscious on the floor, just inside the cart, and the door to the cart behind is open, or it's like ajar, not like secured.
It's a jar. It's not a door. Sorry, stupid joke. He says, "All right, so something's picking everyone off one by one. So new rule: we ain't leaving each other's sides, buddy. Now we have to hold hands."
See, Kaz says, fuck, we shouldn't have gotten on this goddamn train. What train leaves the station at midnight? Fucking ghost train. God damn it. He says, did you find the conductor?
No, it's just us and that attendant.
What?
Just us and that attendant.
There's no...
It's the conductor. He's knocking everyone out.
He goes-
Oh, well, I'm gonna kill that man.
He says, well, he couldn't have been... I mean, the train's not, like, automated. It can't, like, I guess maybe it could go by itself for, like, a little bit, but the conductor probably has a purpose, right? I don't know. Fuck. You see...
Can we, like, do, like, a check on Ambrose? Is he also conked on the head?
You see
0
Kaz...
HP?
You see Kaz runs over to him, and is, like, puts a hand on him and is, like, attempting to do some magic. And he says... He doesn't look hurt. He's just asleep. And you see Kaz goes,
Damn, we lost the one dude that could cast fucking detect magic, probably.
and you see Kaz goes, well, hold on. And you see he shakes Ambrose. And he goes, wake up! And you see Ambrose goes, ah!
Ambrose! Ambrose! Look out! Someone's trying to put a bra on your titties! They're gonna cover you up!
You see Kaz shakes him a whole bunch, and Ambrose like wakes up and he goes, "What? What happened? I'm okay. What? Where am I?"
Oh, thank God you're awake. That guy almost got a bra over your titties. He almost covered you up.
He goes, "What?" And you see he is touching his chest. He goes, what's happened? What's going on?
Don't worry, we saved you.
Kaz says, "What happened? Are you okay?" And Ambrose says, I think so. I don't remember.
How's your head feel? Do you feel like you got fucking bludgeoned?
He pats around. No, I just feel tired. And he sort of rubs his eye. He says, "No, did I fall asleep on the floor? No, that can't be what happened. What's going on?"
People are getting put to sleep on here, pal. You got put to sleep.
Oh, that's not good. Okay.
There's shenanigans about.
You see he stands up. He goes, "All right, well, what do we do now?"
You got any kind of detect magic or anything? Can we
Oh, sure.
can we
yeah.
figure out what's going on here?
Magic, of course, yes. I know how to do magic. Okay.
I have magic.
You see he casts detect magic. Oh my god, wait.
Oh my god. You have sound effects.
Yeah, I just never get to use them. He goes ahead and casts detect magic. And he says there is some residual enchantment here. And you see he looks ahead and he says, "Well," and he turns around first and he says, "Well, I'm not seeing any magic back that way."
Says, "All right, here's what we do. We're doing a sweep.
Okay.
We're gonna go to the back of the train, all of us together. Keep your fucking eyes peeled. Something's fucking with us on this train. Keep your eyes peeled.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go to the back of the train, see if we find anything, and then we're gonna slowly sweep our way to the front. We gotta run into whatever's here at some point." Bless you. Bless you.
Thank you. You see, he says, "Okay, I can, if we come across anything magical within the next 10 minutes, I'll be able to see it. So, should I be in the front, or?"
Let me take point. Apparently whatever's casting magic is putting you to sleep.
Okay, right. And so the three of you walk, you in the front, Ambrose in the middle, and Kaz brings up the rear.
Well, can we check the horse car too? Is Obi asleep?
Yeah, so I don't have it on this map, but you enter the horse cart. Obi is in there. He's not asleep. He's been secured. And he has one of those blinders on to keep him calm.
I come in and pat his nose.
Okay. He kind of nuzzles you a little bit, and you see his tail is swishing, he's a little bit nervous about being on the train. But otherwise he seems unharmed, undisturbed.
I do the Arthur Morgan. "You're a good boy." In that voice.
Awesome. See, Kaz goes, "What is that? I mean, did you hear that? He did a different accent all of a sudden."
He likes it. That's the Obi voice.
You see, Ambrose goes, "I'm not going to question it." But Ambrose looks around and says, "I don't see any more magic in here. And And I don't see any. It's quite dark, but I don't see anything else in here. So, I think this one's all right.
All right, we just sweep our way north then, or I guess I don't know that this is north, but just
It's
north
south.
on the map.
Okay. So you make your way back into the cargo, or not the cargo, the fucking passenger cart. And as you make your way into the dining cart, give me a perception check. With advantage, since Ambrose is, or since all of you are kind of like looking at the same time and like keeping an active eye out.
Well, wouldn't we all make perception checks then?
Yeah, let's do a group perception.
Oh, okay. With my modifier?
Yeah.
17.
Ambrose got 17 as well, and Kaz got like 5. So Kaz is bringing up the rear. He is not even looking forward at all. So
He's staring at the back of Ambrose's head.
no, he's like turned
His
around,
hair-
like watching the rear.
Oh, okay. I just thought he had such big, lustrous hair. He couldn't see past him.
Oh yeah, that too. As you enter the dining car, you and Ambrose catch. You see on the other end of the cart, the door swing like someone had just entered it.
Welcome in. Show yourself.
No, like they had just gone into the next car.
Oh, okay. Then we follow it.
Three of you head.
There's our ghost. Get him!
You see,
I
Amber.
pull out a gun. I start blasting.
You see, Amber says, "I don't see anything from here, but maybe I need to get closer." And the three of you head to the next cart.
Pulls out a flintlock and says, "Reach for the sky!"
Oh my god. You see, as you enter the sleeper cart, you got there quick enough that you caught the figure before it could make its way into the next cart. You see, cloaked in shadow, the lights at this end of the train are out. They weren't out when you were last in here, but they're out now, and so this end of the hallway is dark. But you see a figure standing in front of the door.
And does it look like a specter of some kind?
It's a little too hard to... Well, give me another perception check. Let me see. Ambrose... Ambrose squints and he says, "I see a magical aura around it." He says, "I see some..." You see, he kind of tilts his head. He says, "I see illusion, magic, and some enchantment as well."
I got some shitty perception. 7.
Okay.
Been rolling too many high numbers, I guess.
Yeah, you can't see... You can't make out any details. And Kaz is kind of like bringing up the rear. He can't like see quite well either. But Ambrose says, "I see illusion and enchantment magic, kind of an aura around it, but I can't make out any details."
Ailstain. Sorry, what were the 2 types?
Illusion and enchantment.
Illusion and enchantment. He calls out, "Hey, ticket! Ticket! I didn't get your ticket!"
You see that the figure was like making its way forward, and like you call out, and it like you see like the brief outline of a face as it turns around and runs into the other cabin.
We chase after it. Hey, ticket!
Okay. All of you run into the next cart.
I start making a police siren noise. I go, "Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo! You're under arrest, sir!"
You see, as you make it into the next cart, It's pretty densely packed in here, so trying to move quickly is not going to go well for anyone. You see the figure is like quickly trying to maneuver around stuff, trips and eats shit and like tumbles over some luggage, and falls in the middle of the room.
Okay.
And you hear
Just ate shit.
you hear fuck, and like you hear some like scrambling as it's like trying to like get up, but it's like somehow like some stuff has like fallen onto it and it is like unable to get up. It's like kind of like boxes have fallen on it and it's like trying to like get up but like cannot. You hear like a string of like fuck, shit, fuck, oh god, oh fuck, oh, shit.
I walk up and I like lean against one of the boxes, pinning it down.
You see Amber says, "Stop right there, creature."
I mean, it's a guy.
And you see Kaz is trying to like make his way around Ambrose to like get like in front of him, but there's like a lot of luggage in the way. And you see the person on the ground like continues to struggle, and then after a minute just kind of like gives up. and you just hear like
Yeah, while it's struggling, I lean a little harder to like make it go like
and you're out. Stop, that hurts.
says, "All right, so quit resisting arrest. I need to see your ticket."
I don't have a ticket.
Oh, no, that's not good. You can't be on this train without a ticket.
You hear a feminine voice say, I don't need a ticket. Tickets are
No,
stupid.
you definitely do.
She says, well, that's what the last guy said, but I beg to differ.
Says, "Oh, you mean the guy that you attacked?" All right, we're adding that to your rap sheet for sure.
She says, attacked? What? I didn't attack anyone. What are you
He
talking
had a
about?
bump on his head.
Who?
Fucking Steve, the attendant.
The attendant? I don't know what you're talking about. You see the lights.
Attendant that you bonked in here.
You see the lights slowly begin to return. Like it was like the electricity had like fizzled out, but is now like starting to come back. Like you go over a bump and the train kind of like jostles a little bit and the lights come back on. And you see a woman, just completely prone on the ground, a bunch of boxes all over her. You see, she is a tiefling woman, with, you see, like, light gray, almost like purpley skin. She has, like, long, sort of, like, dark hair that's, sort of, like, braided into, like, pigtails. She's got silver eyes and black horns that kind of curve out, almost like antler-esque in a way. And you see that she's wearing a lot of adornment. She's got like a lot of silver jewelry. Like she's got silver chains and cuffs in her hair and like over her horns, and she's wearing like a silver like circlet with chains and like a crescent moon in her forehead. And she's wearing like she's wearing like a black dress with a corset that like kind of like with skirts that kind of like drape down her body, with a lot more like cuffs and chains and like rings kind of like all over her body. And she's got like wispy sort of black like shadowy like tattoos across her hands, and her fingers end all of her fingers end in like black ink and like black kind of like short claw tipped nails. And you see she's kind of just like on the ground and she's like, can you at least get off of me so I can get up? This hurts.
He leans a little less hard, but like so that like it doesn't hurt, but like he just keeps the box on her for now.
He says,
Um,
she says, I think maybe there's been a misunderstanding. Who are you?
he says, "So you mean to tell me the attendant just got a bump on his head on his own? He just did that?"
You see, she says, I don't know what you're talking about. There's a ghost on this train. I'm
What?
trying to get the ghost. Are you also
You know about the ghost too?
Yes, that's why I got on this train. It's haunted. This is a ghost. She says this is a ghost train. Did you notice there was no driver?
Well, yeah, but like it was on the postings. This is a scheduled train.
She says, well, it was supposed to be a scheduled train, but that's how they get to you. They show up around when the train is supposed to arrive, trick people into getting on, and then drive you to your death. That's how ghost trains work.
Says. So what I'm hearing is you don't have a ticket.
You see, Kaz.
I scan her face to see if she's fully telling the truth. Or if she might be omitting something.
Roll insight.
Ooh, that's actually really good. 23.
She seems to be telling the truth. You don't see anything on her face that is like a lie, like an obvious tell of a lie or anything like that. She's in a pretty vulnerable position and seems like if she was gonna lie, like this wouldn't be great for her.
How big and heavy does this box look to be on top of her?
It's enough to keep her kind of like pinned, but without your like added like pushing on it, it's not like hurting her. She just like can't get up.
He picks it up and tosses it across the fucking cabin.
Okay.
Like, God damn it! I thought we found our ghost.
She goes, oh, God. Thanks, I guess. Sorry. You see, she kind of like gets up, and every time she moves, she kind of like clinks very lightly because of all her jewelry. And she kind of like gets up, and, like,
just like Ambrose.
she kind of like brushes herself off. And she kind of like shakes her head and like kind of adjusts her jewelry a little bit.
Thought we had a Scooby-Doo ghost situation going on here, but it turns out we might have a real ghost. Hey, name's Ailstain. Holds out his hand.
She goes, what is Scooby-Doo? Okay. You see, she holds out her very heavily, like, tattooed and, like, ringed hand. And she says, I'm Neve. Nice to meet you, I think.
Yeah, no, I'm not a cop. I just was fucking with you.
She kind of looks you over and says, yeah, you don't really look like a cop anyways.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, take it however you'd like, I suppose.
He's been like smiling and jovial the whole time, and then he just like gets like really serious at that part to fuck with her again.
She goes, you're strange. And you see Ambrose kind of like peeks behind Kaz, and she goes, and he goes, and I'm Ambrose, and might I say, I love that dress on you, and I love your jewelry. And you see Kaz goes, can you not right now? And you see Neve kind of like looks over him. She goes, I love your glasses, and that coat is very cute on you. And he goes, thank you.
In.
I had it tailored just for me. And they're like starting to like talk about their clothes.
He leans in close to Neve and he says, careful, that guy is a cop.
And you see she roll deception.
That's actually really good. 23 again.
Oh, yeah, she rolled pretty good insight, but not that good. And you see she stops and she goes, oh, Are you
Don't
going
worry,
to
I'm not gonna
arrest me?
I'm not gonna let him. I'm not gonna let him arrest you. Don't worry.
Look.
I'm the one in charge here, but he is a cop. Just to be clear.
And Ambrose goes, I'm not a cop. What? Do not spread lies about me. What are you doing? And he looks. You see, he turns
hang
to
on.
her.
Suddenly, you don't care about crimes, Ambrose.
You see-
Suddenly, you wouldn't mind if I did some crimes with my bag of holding.
He says, I am more concerned about the magical implications of the bag of holding, not the criminal aspect of that. And I need you to know that. And then you see he like pops a hip, and he does like the girly pop, like, do I look like a cop to you? And you see
He's a yassified cop.
she like starts to look like incredulously between the two of you, and Kaz is just standing there like with his head in his hands.
You know how it is these days. The police department's trying to make their cops seem more approachable, so they're hiring some gay cops, but they're still fucking cops. Like,
And you see she's like, you see she kind of like is trying to process all of this, and she goes, so there's ghosts on this train. I don't know. Why did you get on this train because you thought it was a real train?
he says, I mean, yeah, we had no reason to believe it wasn't. It was
Okay.
scheduled.
No, I'm just trying to say, like, I got on this train because I knew it was a ghost train, and I was trying to stop
Are you
it.
looking for the mysterious shadowy figure, or is that you? You're the mysterious shadowy figure, aren't you? You're the one that's been haunting the town back there, huh?
You see she kind of like twirls her hair a little bit, and she goes, "What? No, that's not me.
Damn, you're a Nyx worshiper, huh? What's that like?
She goes, "Whoa, okay. I don't know. You're throwing wild accusations around." As she's wearing like clearly like a lot of lunar like jewelry and stuff like that. She goes, "You're throwing a lot of accusations around."
He says, "Don't worry, that guy over there is a Nyx worshiper too," and he points at Kaz.
You see Kaz just further puts his head in his hands and is just like,
I mean, look at him. Obviously, that guy wouldn't worship Soul. I mean, look at him. He looks like a Nyx worshiper.
you see at the mention of Soul, she like turns to Kaz and like gets very serious. And she says, "You worship Soul?" And you see
Says, "No, hang on. I'm sorry. Neve, was it? You gotta get better at listening to my words. I specifically said he would never worship Soul. He's a Nyx worshiper."
you see she kind of is like looking him over. She goes, "Okay, yeah, I guess." I mean, she says, "Well, there aren't a lot of us anymore, so I feel like I would have seen you around, but
Well, you know,
I
we're
guess
new
if
in
you-
town.
If you
We're,
were okay." She
Yeah,
goes,
no, we're on this special mission right now. We're new in town.
She says,
Honestly,
"Do you
we-
worship
that's part of
Nyx
the-
too?"
No. We're a ragtag bunch. We just so happen to all take on the same contract. It's a funny story. We'll have to tell you later. But just so you know, you're in good company. Don't worry. You don't have to worry about the whole Nyx thing.
She goes, "Okay, well, anyways, that's." She's like, she goes, "I can see it. I'm just not really sure that I believe you about that."
About what?
Anyways, again, there's a ghost, and it is my it's my charge to deal with it. So do you want to help me with the ghost, and maybe we won't all die on this train?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like a professional monster hunter or nothing, but
Deception check.
I could look into it. You really want me to out myself to Ambrose
You
so bad.
Keep saying shit that is going to out you. That's your fault.
That's a 15.
You say that, and you see that she kind of like quirks an eyebrow, and she goes, "Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm sure, but
Well, I'm saying I'm not like a
regardless-
professional.
regardless,
But like,
we're all in a situation where, I'm assuming you've never been on a ghost train before. Let me explain to you how they work. They
Real
are...
quick, before you start, did you kill the lady in the lake?
No.
Lady drowned in the lake recently. Wait,
Yes.
was that you what killed her?
No, she was a fellow worshiper of Nyx. I came to Ivybrook after her passing. My lady told me that she had passed and someone needed to, in the interim, mend the shrine. But then I heard of the train and I had to come deal with that instead. So.
Oh, okay. Coincidence, I guess.
Yeah, she's, you see she tilts her head and says, I don't believe she knew how to swim, so truly not the best posting for her to tend the shrine in the middle of the lake, but she never seemed to have a problem with it until recently. And then she says, but anyway, she says, well, I'm surprised that you know about that. Okay, anyway, I don't know, how do you know all of this, actually? You were, like, looking into it? Well,
I'm a private investigator. I take on private investigation jobs all the time.
Okay, so you're sort of like a bounty hunter, or?
Yeah, like I'm a PI. Back there we got a cop, and with us we also
Amber
got a
says,
Nyx worship. Like I said,
I'm not a cop. And you see, Kaz says,
like I said,
don't
weird
worship
group we
Nyx."
got.
And you see, she says, I'm getting a lot of mixed messages from you, so I'm just gonna move forward with my mission.
We're undercover. We're
and-
undercover, and they don't like blowing their cover, so.
She says, I'm just gonna move more forward with what I'm doing, and if you'd like to help, that would be really great. But otherwise, I'll ask that you get out of my way so that I can do what I need to do. So that'd be really great.
Whoa, weird vibes. Yeah, let's go check out this ghost.
She's like,
I don't need to be so.
she's getting
aggressive.
kind of like really fed up with you and all the shit that you're saying that is
Why?
not true.
I'm being personable.
Well, you're lying a lot.
She doesn't know that.
Your companions are actively saying like that's not true, and she's rolling
Dale
high
stamps
enough
on their
insight
feet.
to agree or to like notice that you're lying. So she
Dale
knows
stamps
that you're
stomps on their
lying.
feet.
Kaz pushes you. He says, "Don't stomp on my feet." What the fuck?
How many times do we gotta go over this, guys? If I'm the leader, you let me do the talking. I'm establishing a rapport.
Kaz says, I have let you talk for the last 10 minutes with this woman who now doesn't trust us because you're a liar, is what's happened.
God damn it, let's go look at this fucking ghost. We'll talk about this later.
She's already out the door. She is already... she has moved into the front compartment. And when the three of you enter, you see that she is... like checking on the guy who you've put in the chair. You see that you approach the man that you, or she's like sort of tending or like sort of looking over the man that you placed in the chair. You see she like reaches a hand out to like sort of inspect the wound, and his eyes open. And the eye sockets are empty, and he reaches up and begins to choke her to death. Roll initiative.
Okay. we're doing this. Okay.
Surprise!
Oh, okay. So we're doing violence. Okay. Okay. I throw a rock at him.
All right.
Oh, natural 20, baby.
Ooh. Let me get some better music.
Hell yeah. God damn it. I could have used that natural 20 for like an attack or something, but...
True.
Damn, I should have applied some fucking oil of sharpness before this.
Yeah. Maybe next time.
I guess I probably don't want to try and kill the conductor. That'd probably end badly.
Oh, hold on. My music for some reason has been playing double, and I don't know why. Please play normally. Okay, that sounds normal. I'm just gonna write manually what your initiative is. What'd you get?
Nat 20, baby. I guess
That's
plus 2 for 22.
All right, Kaz got a 7.
Oh my god. He's like, I'm gonna take a little nap. I'm gonna take a little sit down.
Ambrose.
You guys wake me on.
Ambrose.
Wake me when we're done.
Ambrose got an 8. And Neve.
Jeez Louise, guys. Get the
and
let out.
Neve got a 7 as well, but she will go after Kaz. And this thing. Oh, that's a little loud. Ooh, natural 1.
Mmm.
All right. So, top of the round, it is you, Ailstein.
I run up and well, this is like possessing like a commoner.
You're not certain of that. Go ahead.
What?
If you would like, go ahead and give me a investigation check with advantage.
Oh, okay. I mean, I've seen this guy before, right? He took our tickets and everything.
No, this is a different guy. Oh wait. Did I say it was the same guy? I can't remember.
I thought it was. Maybe not. 14.
On a 45. Okay. Yeah, this guy smells undead. He looks undead. Like he has like the faint aura of like death about him.
Oh. I didn't notice he was a corpse when I was carrying him, I guess.
He didn't look like that before.
He was like disguised or something.
Maybe.
All right, in that case, I swing on him and I say, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, there's no way to say hello."
Okay. You see, you can move your token, by the way. You'll have to get. Yeah, you can move through Neve since she's an ally.
Oh, okay. I swing on this guy.
All right.
I try to cut his arm off.
Go ahead and roll.
18 to hit.
18 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right. So now I get to use Savage Attacker to roll damage twice. Actually, really quick. I think because I'm level 2 now, I think, yeah, I've got my fighting style now too, my great weapon fighting style. So if either of these rolls end up returning a 1 or a 2, I can re-roll that die, but then I have to take that result. So I'll roll 2 sets of dice. First one was a 1 and a 6. Second one was a 2 and a 4, so I can re-roll the 1 and the 2. Which got a 3 and a 2. So I think the best one is the 6 and the 3, so that's 9 plus 2, 11. 11 damage.
All right.
Slashing damage.
Okay. Said 11?
Yes.
Okay.
I was just walking the chat through how Savage Attacker and Great Weapon Fighting work.
No worries.
I took those specific ones to ensure that we do as much damage as possible with these attacks.
Awesome. Yeah, you, it is in a chair, and actively choking Neve. And you whip out your great sword, and swing at it. And you definitely like hack into it. You see blood sprays onto the windows of the train car and like all over the console. And you hear just like
Well,
you see Neve is like trying to like pry its like hand off of her.
I aim for like the crux of its like elbow,
Okay.
trying to get it off her.
You cut, but it's still attached. Next up is Ambrose. Ambrose is going to... Ambrose is gonna back up. Actually, he's already... he's already as far away from this thing as he can get, so no worries there. And he's going to... you see he opens his hand and sends a... like, it looks like a globule of, like, starlight at this thing. And is like, huh! And just kind of, like, throws it.
Mm.
And let's see. And it goes long and hits the window instead, kind of shatters. And the window gets like some like cracks in it. But there's all kind of a lot of you in the same area, so he kind of like flung it and like didn't aim very well and just super missed. And he goes, "Fuck."
All right, don't hit us now.
And you see he like peeks around Kaz and gives you a wink and gives you bardic inspiration. The little sparkles come out. That's a D6.
Okay.
Next up is Kaz. And you see that he, you see that faced with something that is undead. You see Kaz, like he's always kind of a very serious person, you know. He likes to joke around sometimes, and he's pretty quiet. But like, you see like this like darkness kind of like overcome his features. And his eyes kind of just go like really like focused. And you see he reaches a hand out. And he casts a spell that you have never seen before. It's like this dark green energy with like wisps of purple. And it like swirls around the creature. And it like becomes it forms into like a symbol. And then like it like kind of like burns into the thing's forehead.
Mark.
And the next time this creature is hit with an attack, the creature has vulnerability to all of that attack's damage.
So it was a, what you call it? Fucking, what is the fucking one that goddamn, what's her face comes with? Shadow Heart.
Bane?
I can't remember. Oh, he casts Bane?
No. I'm just trying to think. I'm just trying to help with
No,
what
she's
you
got
think.
the spell that like it does like radiant damage, and then it like I can't fucking remember the name of it.
Okay, I don't know what you're talking
What's
about.
it called?
Anyway, it's
Whatever.
Neve's turn. You see Neve.
What did it cast?
You see Neve uses her action to try and rip free of this grapple. Rolls really well, so she wrenches free of this thing's grip. And attempts to like get away. So she has to unfortunately use her action to disengage and get some space. So she backs up as far as she can. And you see she goes, "Kill it!" And then
'Cause I'm working on it.
now it is its turn. You see, as she wrenches free of it, it like stands up out of the chair and whirls on you, since you're now the closest target, and you've also like hit it. And you see just no eyes in the sockets. Its jaw is like unhinged, kind of slack. And you just feel like malice like radiate from this thing.
Oh, real spooky.
You see it reaches out to you. Give me a, well, it's a weapon attack. What's your armor class?
16.
Yeah, it hits you. Give me a Constitution saving throw. You need to beat a 13.
Oh, I beat that handily with just the dice roll, but 16?
Okay, fantastic. Nothing happens to you. You see it reached out to you see it tried to like do something to you, but you managed to like resist the effects of whatever it was. And you see it goes and you see
Trying to like cast like fear on me or something.
you see
I guess
it
fear's not a weapon attack.
you see it sort of turns its head to the others, since this did not work on you, and seems to be thinking about attacking one of them instead. Back to top of the round, that is you.
Oh, damn, that was quick round. I mean,
Neve didn't get to do anything. She just had to get away.
I am unfortunately still just a level 2 blood hunter, so there's really not a lot of abilities I got until level 3, so I'm just gonna fucking swing on this dude again.
Yeah.
And I think, hang on, let me double check. That thing that I got, the charm, it's once per long rest, and it's like I can choose to use it after I roll to get advantage, right?
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. And I might do that right now.
Okay.
I use his good luck charm.
Okay. You
Much better.
you hone in on the bracelet on your wrist, and you feel that warmth kind of spread through your chest and give you strength in your arms to, as you swing, you maybe are going to miss, and that strength gives you just the extra bit of leverage to make the hit.
Thanks, Mom.
Aw.
I was I rolled a 6 the first time, so I'm pretty sure even with the inspo, it wouldn't have hit. Yeah, no, the bardic wouldn't have done anything. It wouldn't have been enough, I don't think, because most I could have possibly rolled with the bardic was 12. So my guess is this thing probably has an AC higher than 12. But yeah, if that hits, then go ahead and roll damage.
It does hit.
So rolled 2 times with 2 dice. One of them landed on 2, so I'm gonna reroll that.
Okay.
And it landed on 2 again. Great, love it. Okay, 11 again. 3 plus 6 plus 2, 11.
All right. This thing not happy. It's not looking.
Bloodied?
It's not quite bloodied. But it's getting there. You see, definitely injured. It's lost a lot of blood. You see its arm is kind of hanging off by just like a couple scraps of flesh now.
He's doing like a fighting game style, like attacks and twirls and stuff to attack this thing, and it's just fucking sitting.
Well, it stood up.
Oh, okay.
It stood up to face you.
He like that first attack, he hacks down on the arm, and it stands up and does that thing it was trying to do, and he spins and fucking like hacks at its side.
Yeah, each time you hit it, it's like.
I'm like beating it around like it's like ping ponging around a little bit.
It's just like ding, 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 ding. That ends your turn. You see Ambrose. He looks around and he goes, "Well, there's fuck."
Oh wait, didn't you say the?
Oh,
The thing
yes,
that
that's
caused
right.
it on it?
Yeah, since no one else hit. So it was, so that,
11 damage.
so the creature now has vulnerability to all of that attack's damage. So what kind of
So that
damage did you
means
do?
slashing.
Okay, so now it has
That makes it. Oh, it's after I hit it though.
Well, it says, let me read it. It says, the next time you or an ally hits the cursed creature with an attack, the creature has vulnerability to all of that attack's damage, and then it ends. So does that mean for that specific hit, I think?
Say it one more time.
It says,
It's all in the verbiage that they use.
the next time you or an ally of yours hits the cursed creature.
Yeah, the next time.
So.
Oh, wait.
The next time since he cast the spell. So I think it's
Okay.
that hit that you just did. He had vulnerability to slashing damage. So actually, with vulnerability, don't you double the damage?
Yes.
So it was actually 22 damage?
Yes.
All right. Jesus Christ.
Resistance halves it and vulnerability doubles it.
This thing is bloodied. It's really not happy about this situation. You've just wailed the fuck on this thing.
We do not choke people when we first meet them. I was so nice to you too. You know, I carried you out of there trying to help you out.
He's like scalding it while he's slashing it to ribbons.
You see Ambrose from back in the corner reaches out a hand and attempts to cast a spell. And it needs to make a wisdom saving throw. What is makes it. So Ambrose attempts to cast another spell, and this thing kind of like shakes his head, and nothing happens, and he goes, "Fuck."
Ambrose is rolling like shit. Ambrose rolls incredibly on rolls that don't really matter, but then on attack rolls, he rolls like shit.
He didn't even roll. It was a wisdom save, and the thing just happened to roll pretty high. And now it is Kaz's turn. You see that. Oh, hold on. It's doing that thing again. It really likes to. Oh my god, why is it doing that? Sorry, the music keeps like. There we go. The music keeps doubling up. Anyway.
Oh.
Let's see. You see, he reaches out and casts. He flings a orb of a bolt of light of radiant energy at this thing. Oh, just hits. And it does a fuck ton of damage. So, let's see. Well, it would have done a fuck ton of damage if I didn't roll like shit.
Oh.
It hits him. And it really doesn't like that. Oh, actually, wait. And
I don't understand what's going on right now.
Sorry. Cast Guiding Bolt on this thing. And it
Guiding
hit.
Bolt, that was the fucking spell I was trying to remember the name of.
Oh, okay. Well, he casts it, and it hits. It does some damage, but it doesn't do as much damage as it could have. You see, it goes, and you see the radiant like burns across his chest. However, Guiding Bolt, when it hits.
Get advantage on the next
attack.
attack.
The next attack roll gets advantage. So, next up is Neve, who That's a good question. What is she going to cast? Oh, Jesus. Sorry, I didn't have her... I did not have her shit prepared, so I'm kind of having to do her shit on the fly. You see that she reaches out, and she's just gonna do a quick firebolt. Just kind of like this thing looks like it's almost dead, and like, maybe I can just like kill it really quick.
Does it look critical?
It looks...
10 or less?
It looks critical, yes. And she has advantage.
Don't miss. We're all gonna laugh at you if you miss.
Oh.
Oh no.
She rolled a 4
We
and
are
a
all-
6.
We're everybody point and laugh.
You see she tries to throw a firebolt, go completely wide. She just goes, oh, fuck. Sorry. And now it is its turn again. And it, you see it pulls a long sword out from like its back.
Whoa, like it was stuck in its back?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't notice that before.
Well, it kind of is like, it was sitting down. So you kind of like couldn't see very well.
And just, well, like when I was carrying him, I was just like, what's this longsword
Well,
stabbed in
it's
his back?
more like it was like sheathed like on his back.
Gotcha.
Not like he was stabbed with it. That would have been pretty critical information to keep from you.
That's incredibly metal if he did in
Like,
fact
kept it in
pull
his
a
back?
sword that was stabbed out of him.
He goes to swing at you, absolutely fucking misses. There's just not
Oh
a
my
lot
God.
of there's not a lot of room in here, and so he like swings and you like, I don't know, like dodge out of the way. And you just he's like so
He says,
mad.
no, your form's all wrong. He like parries it to the side and he says, no, form's all wrong. Elbows out.
He got 2 attacks and both missed.
Oh my God.
You're just
This is gonna be
destroying this
like-
thing.
This is gonna be like a fucking revenant or something, like some really powerful undead enemy, but like it's just rolling like shit.
It has not damaged any of you currently.
You know how I feel when like a really cool enemy doesn't do shit in
I'm
DMing.
I'm not worried about it. I'm nonplussed about this situation. It's your turn, baby. You go. You still
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright. Oh. My luck couldn't hold forever.
Oh no.
Is there any way I could get advantage? Natural 1.
Not in this situation. Everyone else is far away from you.
I think with a natural 1, he doesn't even like swing again. He pretends like he's gonna swing and then he stops and he's like, oh, okay, come on, you can't make it this easy.
You see, it just goes
Like he starts stancing up. He's like, no, come on, stance up, elbows out. This feels like I'm bullying the poor thing.
It's
He
Ambrose's
looks
turn.
at Ambrose and Kaz and he's like, I feel like I'm bullying. Should I kill it? I feel like I'm bullying the poor thing.
Ambrose
now.
goes, kill it! And Neve goes, please kill it! Please kill it! Please! You see, Ambrose goes again to... Okay, that's gonna hit. Thank God. Finally manages to fucking hit this thing. Rolls a 1 on damage. Rolls a 1 on damage, so it's still really fine about it.
We need fucking yakety sax playing over this. This is ridiculous. Nobody can hit shit. We're all just fucking puttering around this cabin.
Okay, I think I need to use different dice is what's happening. I'm gonna put these dice to the side and use different ones. Next up is Kaz, who you all have been like kind of like laughing and kind of like it's a serious situation, but you're kind of like joking with it, being like, you can't fucking hit me. Kaz the whole time has been like dead serious trying to fucking kill this thing. Like he seems really like really like not fucked up. He just seems really like unhappy. And like he wants this thing to die very quickly.
Ah, come on, lighten up, cuz.
You see he I mean, at this point, yeah, he just rushes forward around Neve and is gonna try and hit it.
Gonna bonk it.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna use different dice. Okay, that hits. Wait. Yes, okay, that hits. Okay.
1 on damage.
No, he sticks his he bludgeons this thing in like the side of the head, and it like rocks to the side. But it still gets back
God
up.
Damn it.
It is on death's door. It doesn't even look like it can stand very well, but it is still standing. And it's now...
Which is saying something, because this thing is already dead.
True. And you see Neve is just like, oh, come on! And you see she, again, just tries to do a firebolt. And it's like, okay, maybe it'll work this time. Nope.
Quick, picture
Absolutely
it's
not.
the thing you hate most in this world.
Absolutely not. The firebolt goes wide, and she goes, I'm never casting firebolt again. I'm never casting firebolt again. I'm never doing it ever again. Because now it's this thing's turn. And it's really mad that it couldn't hit you. And so it rolls again. Okay, that hits, and he gets another one. And that doesn't hit.
And he does 21 damage
So-
and kills Ailstain.
So the first one does hit.
Or I guess 41 damage. Or 31? Do you do half health negative or full health negative for instant kill? I think it's half health negative, right?
It's half health
31.
negative. You take 8 damage as this thing
okay.
cleaves finally into like the side of your rib cage, and it's just like
He goes and like coughs up some blood, and he says, "There you go.
you see Ka says, don't
Finally,
encourage him.
Finally, a decent fucking fight."
Oh my god. All right, it's
He's
your
trying
turn.
to fuck this thing's morale up.
It's your turn again.
Okay.
Oh, actually,
Uh,
before that,
oh,
top of the round, you see the train goes over like a bump, and you notice outside the windows is beginning to get darker and darker until it's like pitch black outside. And you realize that you've entered a tunnel. And you see Ambrose says, shit, this is the tunnel. I think there's a, well, I don't know. Actually, Ambrose wouldn't know. I don't know what I'm saying. He goes, fuck, we're in a tunnel.
Ambrose has foresight.
Ambrose says, shit, we're in a tunnel. That's probably not good. And with the darkness, the temperature drops. And from a room in front of Ambrose, the door doesn't open, but you see a figure pass through the door, and a creature turns to face him. And
oh my god.
You have a new friend to play with. Let me find it. It's in here somewhere. Please, I know you're in here. Okay, whatever. I'm just using.
I really should have applied a fucking an oil the minute we knew shit was going on.
I can't find the one, so I'm just gonna put this here I'll just.
Cannot tell which one's Neve now.
I know. I'm just
Oh
gonna.
no! I'm gonna attack Neve.
I'm gonna mark this one as Neve. So go ahead and take your turn while I am doing this. But there is now a new creature.
It says, "All right, calling in reinforcements is cheating. I'm not fucking around." 16 to hit.
The thing in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that hits.
Might as well kill this thing off. Where's my other fucking D6? Oh, there it is. Okay. I had it set aside for Hardic.
There we go.
I rolled a 2 4s and then a 5 and a 2, re-rolling the 2. Nice. 6 and a 5.
Okay.
So that'll be 11 plus 2, 13. And then I think it has vulnerability, right? So 26 damage.
Okay. Yeah. You fuck this thing right up.
I go, all right, bringing in friends is cheating. That's enough fucking around. And I lift my sword up and fucking cleave it down and cut its fucking head in half.
Oh my god. It goes and it falls to the floor dead. We will get rid of that. And now, yes, so now this creature that is left is a transparent, sort of purpley, like ghost-looking creature, spirit.
Is that how you spell Neve?
Yeah, it's an
N-I-A-M-H?
It's an Irish name.
I very much spelled it wrong.
Yeah, most people do.
In
Okay.
Irish.
And so you finish your turn, and now this thing gets to go. It rolled a 17 on its initiative. And it is currently focused on Ambrose. You see,
Oh boy.
it reaches its
That boy can't take a punch.
reaches his hand out.
Ambrose, you
Hits
said you
him.
weren't afraid of ghosts or nothing, right?
He says, "I'm not afraid of ghosts, but I don't want this thing to." As this thing
Oh shit.
reaches its hand into his chest, and you see it pull like his life essence out of him. You see like
Oh.
ghostly like wisps coming off of him as this thing is like draining his life force away.
Uh-oh.
And it does. It does 9 points of damage to him, and his hit point maximum is reduced by that much. So his
By 9 points?
his hit points are now
Damn.
10.
Ew. That's not good. So is this thing like a specter-looking creature?
Roll me a investigation or history check with advantage.
Definitely investigation. Not doing history right now.
Well, to like remember like your lessons.
Oh, you said with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
It's undead.
Yeah. That's a much better. 15.
15 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
What?
Oh wait. Sorry. What
You
are
said
we
I'm
doing?
doing an investigation.
Oh, yep. No,
Did
you're
your
so
brain
right.
just reset?
Sorry, my brain did. I was writing down its hit points, and so I was like, oh, yep, you're doing damage. 15. Oh, yeah. This fits your. Sorry.
I kill it by looking at it.
Sorry. My brain's everywhere today. Combat, there's just so much to focus on. Yes, this is a specter. You recognize. You're like, there's a lot of different types of ghosts and ghouls and specters and revenants and wights and things. But you're pretty confident that this is a specter. You're not sure about the thing you just killed, though. You'll have to focus on that later. But yeah.
I mean, it's dead. It doesn't matter.
Yes. Did you just go? You just went. It just went. And now it's Kaz's turn.
Yes.
Or no, now it's Ambrose's turn. Ambrose did not love that happened to him. And he is he's like, help. He looks, it's funny because it siphoned health away from him, and that's his new hit point maximum. So technically he's at full health. So he doesn't look hurt, but he looks
just looks
like
drained.
Yeah, his skin looks pale and like sallow. And he is like, ugh. And you see he goes, well, and he just attempts to reach out and cast.
Listen, get back.
He goes, there is no more back for me to get. His back is against the door.
Go out the door. Leave the room.
Well, this hits.
God damn it. Nobody in this fucking party ever goddamn listens to me.
You see he reaches a hand out and electricity crackles in his grasp and he like shocks the ghost. He goes like
Shocking grasp.
Something like that. And you see he goes
I like how that's how everything is going right now.
Well, I can't do many other voices, so that's what you get.
It can't do reactions now, right?
I believe that is how that works. Yes. Oh, it can't make opportunity attacks.
Yeah. So get away from it.
That's true. Yeah, that's so fair. Well, he'd have to exit initiative by going into this other car. Is that what you'd like him to do?
What? Why would he have to exit initiative?
Well, because you're like moving so far away from it that like the door is gonna close behind him, so he's effectively not in the combat anymore.
No, you can close doors in combat.
Right, but like what's he gonna
That's a legitimate
do?
strategy.
Like leave and then all right, fine.
Yeah, you can close doors and open them and cast a spell and then close the door again.
He runs back into the cargo hold. And now it is Kaz's turn. Kaz whips around, absolutely furious. Let's see.
I know you're super mad at this thing and whatnot. That's so valid, girly pop. But maybe let me take the lead on this one. Maybe you stay back.
He says, I'm not going anywhere. He says,
Okay, good.
And he casts Guiding Bolt again. That hits. Does a pretty good amount of damage. Ooh.
I like that he didn't mind me calling him girly pop.
He's used to it.
I've never called this man girly pop.
No,
so that
from
just implies
Ambrose.
that he's. Oh, okay. Girly pop.
Does 18.
Nice.
Oh.
Is that a lot of its health?
Hold on.
Is it bloodied?
I've done something again where I'm afraid you're gonna see my background. I don't know, maybe if the background just popped up again. So
Is everyone seeing your
I
JVIC background?
don't think so. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Anyway, you see Kaz turns around, pure fucking death in his gaze, casts Guiding Bolt, and it like enters this thing's chest and it explodes into ectoplasm all over the walls.
Damn, it only had 18 health.
Yeah, well, someone
Weak ass bitch.
Well, Ambrose did some damage to it before that.
Oh, true. That's right. Shocking grasp.
And for the moment, you all kind of wait a beat to see if anything else happens. And for the moment,
I don't wait for shit. The minute
Okay.
that thing is dead, and once it's my turn again, I'm fucking consulting these controls to stop this goddamn train.
that's true. So that was Kaz's turn. Next in the initiative order is Neve. And you see, with the trouble dealt with, she whips back around and attempts to rush to the control panels as well.
Stain's still got his sword stuck in the other thing's head, and he's like wrenching it back out.
Okay. You see Ambrose is like, is it dead?
Yeah, it's dead. Come in.
Oh, it's not his turn yet.
We saved you from getting covered in ectoplasm. You can thank me later.
We're still in the initiative order. Just because even though the things are dead, this train is about to derail. So we're gonna see how quickly you can resolve that. Well,
Why is it about to derail?
You're in a cave, and you see that with the specter dead, the lights kind of return a bit, and you see the cavern actually lights. You can see, like, you think it was just like darkening your windows, because it's dark in this cavern, but there are lights along the railway so that the conductors can see, and you see up ahead a turn, and you see it's like
we're going too fast.
Yeah. And you see Neve says, I don't know how to stop a train. Okay. Let's it's maybe this lever? And she's gonna go ahead and try and make
Oh my god.
what?
She's just gonna start pulling levers.
Well, if you tell her not to, she's like,
Well, hang on. Make sure you don't go fucking pulling random levers. Try to, like, suss out what does what.
Yes, she's gonna do an investigation check. Oh, she rolled really well on her investigation check.
Okay.
She finds, like, a user manual, and pulls it out. And she starts, like, flipping rapidly through it. And we'll say that is her turn, is, like, finding it and, like, actively, like, looking through it. And she says, okay, I think if you pull this lever and then make sure that these controls are at this at these intervals, then it should slow and it should be okay. So it's your turn. You have advantage because she is guiding you through how to slow the train.
All right. And what is this roll?
Probably, that's such a good question, bestie. Probably like
if she's telling me what to pull, I can just pull it, right?
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, she made the roll, so.
Okay. I
you
pulled a
pulled
stop
levers?
lever.
Okay. Well, she tells you which like what to do. So.
There's a lever. There's a big lever labeled stop,
Uh-huh.
and she's like talking him through it, and he's just like, "What if I just fucking pull this one?"
And she's like, "No!" Like, it's like that's like the emergency brake, but it's like it'll absolutely like fuck everything up if you pull it. Or it's like the handbrake. So between the two of you, you manage to slow the train enough that it's at like an optimal speed for going around this turn.
I mean, we should probably stop it altogether, right?
Well, you're in
if it's ushering us to our death.
That's true. Although you are in a cave. You're in a tunnel. So do you want to stop it in the tunnel?
I mean, yeah. Like if this train is ushering us to our death, then we should stop it.
Okay. So you go ahead and you bring it slow, and like just before the turn, you manage to stop it and bring it to a halt altogether. I'll go ahead and stop that sound.
I'm guessing we exit initiative.
Yes, we will exit initiative. Ambrose runs back in, out of breath, still looking kind of like like sallow. And he's just like, ugh.
Hey, now you look 2000.
What the fuck? So what do we do now?
I mean, that might be a question for our friend here. You seem to know a lot about this whole ghost train business.
You see, Neve says, "Well, we've stopped the train, and we appear to have dealt with with." Oh, sorry, that's not her voice. There's too many people I'm speaking today. She says, "Well, we've dealt with the conductor, which is the main concern. It's usually there's kind of like a guy in charge, and they're sort of controlling the train. So,
Oh, we've dealt with him, and he starts like flicking all the blood off of himself.
she says she kind of is like, yeah, we should be okay. I would maybe just make sure there's no other specters left on board. Otherwise,
He goes, Obi.
she goes, who?
He sprints to the back.
Okay. You sprint to the back of the train.
He does the Arthur Morgan out of the damn way and pushes past Kaz and Ambrose.
You run full speed back to the cart. Your friend's following after you. And you make it to the cart, and Obi's just in there, like, like he doesn't like how fast the train stopped. And is like really mad about it, but he's all right.
He says, "You're okay, boy. You're okay." And he pats his nose.
You see,
He gives him another carrot.
Neve comes running in, followed by Ambrose and Kaz. And she goes, "What is your? Oh, you have a. Oh, this is your horse. Oh, interesting. Okay, I was in here before, and well, I noticed the horse, but I didn't I don't know. There are all kinds of strange things on these trains. So honestly, I thought maybe it was a ghost horse. So I'm glad I didn't try and kill it.
Oh no, he is a ghost horse. No, I'm fucking with you.
Okay. You see Kaz is like still kind of on edge, and has been like just like keeping an eye out. And he says like, "Do you think there could be more? Or is that all of them?" And you see Neve is kind of looking around like, I think that may be it. But, and you see that you turn back to Kaz, and he blinks, and his eyes turn, like, glow this, like, dark greenish with, like, purple. And he, like, looks around. And he says, "We're clear. They're gone."
Yeah, my friend here, he's he doesn't like the undead. He thinks that they're like they're disrespectful to his goddess Nyx. So
And you see she said
they give a bad name to Nyx, you know, because everybody always thinks like, oh, Nyx, she's into like dark magic and undead and shit. So like he takes it as a personal slight where like he has to deal with it so that like people know, you know?
you see Neve says, "Well, that's just incorrect. Mor is the goddess of death, or she was before before the fall,
hey,
but
lady, I totally get it, right? Like you don't gotta tell me. I'm just saying that's what like a lot of people think, you know what I mean? Like people who don't know much about gods.
right. Okay. Well, he's a follower, so he would know that that's not correct.
No, he does. He does. He just takes it as a personal slight where like he needs to deal with them in Nyx's honor. You know what I mean? You know what I mean.
She says, "I don't think that you need to continue this lie that he's a follower of Nyx. Clearly, that's not
why?
true."
What are you talking about?
She says, like, "I don't care what
Rolls
god
deception.
he worships."
He rolls deception.
Okay, roll deception.
Ooh, dirty 20.
You see, you see, she says, like, "Look,
If there's one thing I'm good at, it's deceiving. It's like it's that and insight are Ailstain's. This deception, insight, and stealth are his strongest suits.
you see, she says, like, All right. At this point, I don't really care who you worship. That's sort of your own deal. So,
Oh no,
whatever.
I'm just explaining why he's so mad.
No,
you know?
I didn't ask, and I don't care at this point. I'm
Okay,
exhausted.
I'm just
You see, Ambrose
trying to explain away any awkwardness.
Ambrose puts a hand on your shoulder, just kind of like, give it up, like it's okay, like just.
What? But I succeeded.
Right? No, you didn't, because she rolled 21 insight, so she knows that you're lying.
Okay. Oh, okay.
You've only convinced her like twice of things, and that made her like unsure, and then both other times she's clocked that you were lying. So
You two, we're talking about this. He turns to Kaz and Ambrose, and he's like, the three of us are having a talk later about this whole like going against your leader thing and like breaking the whole like the covers that I give for. Do you not understand that it's not a good thing if everyone knows what our fucking deal is when we're going undercover, guys? Like, I can't believe I gotta explain this to you dudes. It's like you've never done a job before in your fucking lives. We're having to talk about this later.
you see Kaz completely like doesn't hear you and like exits the train. And you see
All right, you're out of the party.
You see he's like pacing like the length of the train and kind of like looking around the cavern. Which let me give you. Well, hold on. I have to adjust some things in this map. But you see, Neve says, "Well, I believe this train was supposed to be headed for Aramore. Is that your destination?"
Fucking. What was it? I thought we were going to Lavian.
My good man, Lavian is the country
Is the nation
that you're in.
That's right.
The Verloren Wood.
Man, there's a lot of names.
The-
All right, I
the
don't have a map
Verloren-
of this place.
The Verloren Wood is the country that you're going to, and Aramore is the
Mhm.
name of the town.
Okay, I need a map of this place.
You have one. I have given it to you.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
It's in your things Ailstain would know document.
It is not in that document. Actually,
Guarantee
I am
you
literally
it is.
literally looking at it right now. There is no map. There is a map of Rian. There's a map of Kala, and there is a world map of Valoranwood and Lavian,
Mhm.
but like no cities.
Yeah, there's a world map. Okay, whatever. It's fine.
Yeah, there's no cities on the world map. What are you
Alright.
talking about?
Regardless.
Acting like I'm not consulting my notes.
Well, I don't know.
Rude.
Oh god.
No, I don't deserve the himbo treatment right now. All right, I didn't have this information.
You see Kaz exits and starts kind of like pacing around, trying to get his bearings outside the train. You see that he kind of is like, all right, the train tracks, if we follow the tracks, we should be able to get to where we were going. I just am not sure how far away it is. How long we'll have to walk, but I guess we have a horse for the probably 2 people that'll be helpful for who can fit on him.
Nim, you ever, Neve, you ever ridden a horse before? Sorry, I don't know why I had a fucking stroke the first 2 times I tried to say your name. You ever ridden a horse before?
Neve says, "Oh, I have I have a means of transportation that can accommodate one other. If you'd like, I can help you on your trip."
Who wants to ride with Neve?
You see Ambrose is kind of like like, I wouldn't mind riding with, and Kaz says, "I'll go." And Ambrose goes, "Okay."
Ambrose, you're gay. Why would you care?
Ambrose
What are
says,
you gonna do? Trade fashion tips?
Ambrose says, "Yes, she is very well dressed. I wanted to know her tailor and also where she got those jewels from." And you see Neve kind of like turns and smiles at him. She, in this dark space, the darkness almost like clings to her like a cloak. In the darkness here, it's like she fits in the darkness. And for a cleric of soul, Kaz also seems to blend very well into the darkness. But that just might be part of his disposition. So
it's not because he's fucking undead or something.
So you dismount Obi, or you unload Obi, and you see Neve opens a pendant, and a horse made of pure shadow and starlight appears.
Spectral steed.
And Kaz says, "That's handy." And she says, "It is quite handy. Yes, it is." And the four of you mount up. You see, Neve says, "We'll probably need to inform Aramor that this train is in here so that there isn't a collision."
Well, I mean, if it's a ghost train, is it gonna stay here?
You see, she kind of tilts her head and says, "Actually, I'm not sure. I sort of just deal with them, and then I don't really deal with the cleanup. Maybe it will just disappear. It's not a real train." And you see,
Yeah, so
you're all facing away from it, and when you turn back, it's already like incorporeal and like beginning to fade away.
to see just like that.
And she goes, "Oh."
Come on, guys. It's like you've never dealt with ghost trains before.
She says, "Well, to be honest with you, this is only my third time dealing with a ghost train, so I'm not."
Oh no, not you. I'm laying into these guys.
Oh, okay. Well, that's really.
Pick it up, you two.
Oh, all right. Well, I think that we all did a great job. There's no,
Nah, listen. I gotta lay down the law as the leader here. I gotta whip these guys into shape.
The four of you begin your journey out of this cavern. And she says, "Well, it'll be a little bit longer of a ride to Aramor on horseback, but we should still arrive maybe just after sunrise. So hopefully that fits with your schedule. I know that we were scheduled to arrive just before, so I hope that's not too much of an inconvenience for you." And you see,
we're good.
you see, she's kind of like trying to make small talk while you guys are riding. Like she doesn't really know. You see that she's like not really good at it. But she's like feels like it's awkward if she's not talking, so she's just being
I think Ailstan more than happily like fills in the blanks and is like, so what's it like following Nyx? Like I got like Kaz back there doesn't talk about his religion very much, so I'm curious. What's it like?
You see, Kaz says, "I don't worship Nyx. We've established this."
Yeah, okay. Keep saying whatever you need to say. She said she don't care about your religion, okay? So what's it like?
I'm gonna pull up a different map that we can look at while you are on your journey. As you you're like sort of like talking a bit. You finally exit the tunnel, and you enter into trees that tower overhead, very dense conifer trees, with a lot of heavy mist. You managed
What kind of trees did you say?
Coniferous trees, so like like pine trees and like evergreens.
I'm picturing like redwoods. Maybe that's not right.
Imagine redwoods. Imagine like if
Pine tree version.
if an evergreen was the size of a redwood. The trees here are so tall and just so like fog is everywhere. So if you didn't have something to follow, it would be very easy for you to get lost here. But as you guys are like trying to stick close together, not to get like separated, and like you're following the tracks, Neve is kind of just like, so, like what brings you guys to Aramor? Where are you going on your journey?
I think Aelstein's about to answer, and then he says, "Oh fuck! Are you kidding me? I paid to be on that train. I didn't even get to ride the real train."
She goes, oh yeah, that's how they get you. Those damn ghost trains.
Says, "I'm holding on to my ticket. They never technically took my ticket. I'm getting a refund."
Okay. She goes, yeah, hey, maybe they'll next time you're in Ivybrook, they'll understand. You know, I'm not sure if Ivybrook has ever dealt with a ghost train before, or if you really have any proof, but maybe someone will believe you.
Any chance you might stop doing the whole spooky prowling of the streets thing? By the way.
Oh, so I saw that, and it's actually a part of why I decided to take the train out of town. I was just there to tend to the shrine in Lake Melody, and then I was planning to head to Aramor to seek out the shrine there as well. As I'm sure you know,
Hey, listen.
Nyx worship is frowned upon, so I'm at the tail end of my pilgrimage I make across the country or across the continent to tend to her shrines.
He says, "Hey, listen, hear me out. What if we say I killed you, and then you and I split the money 50-50, huh?"
Okay. And how would you prove to them that I was dead?
Well, I'd say you're a specter, and there was a ghost train.
Okay.
I have the proof that I never got on that train. I've got the tickets still here.
And I guess I won't be haunting the streets anymore, so somebody will have dealt with it. I suppose.
As long as you don't go back there, they have no proof that you're still around. We split the money 50-50.
You see, she says, well, I make the pilgrimage about once a year to cross the continents and tend to the shrines, so I won't have to go back until probably next year. Or actually,
Says,
this will actually be my last year. I move on to another continent, so someone else will be doing it next time.
any chance they could not do the spooky walk in the streets thing?
It's so really I mean, we like to walk in her light, so we
Well,
move about at nighttime, so
or darkness, but
true. Fair enough. Well, she's the
look,
goddess.
I'm just saying,
she's
I'm
the goddess
already
of the moon
banished
and
from
the
one
stars.
town, so I'm trying not to get banished from another one. You know what I mean?
What town are you banished from? And you see Kaz says,
Oh, the mayor.
See Kaz says Duskfall, and you see she goes, ugh. With a name like Duskfall, you would think that they would be totally fine with worshippers of Nyx, but they were so rude to me.
I know. I mean, that's not why I'm banished, but like, you know, still fucking laying there against Nyx.
Yeah.
Ain't that right, pal?
You see Kaz just like looks at you like, shut the fuck up. And you see Neve kind of like turns on a shoulder and she goes, do you actually worship Soul? And you see Kaz is silent.
Wait, why does she know he worships Soul?
Because you made a joke about, oh, he definitely doesn't worship Soul. And her insight check was like, okay, so he does.
I'm kicking these fucking guys out of the party, by the way. I'm fucking sick of them. I'm dropping them at Aramor. I'm like, all right, kick bricks. I'm sick of you two not following me.
Okay, no, you don't have to take them with you. And you see Kaz is silent for a long time. And he just says, it's a long story. And you see she kind of like is like, all right. But she says, well, you didn't kill me on sight like a normal follower of Soul would or should. So I suppose I'll take you at your word.
Oh, don't worry. He's not a theocratic fascist. I'm pretty sure you're not a theocratic fascist, are you?
He says, "Shut up, Ailstain."
Well, that's a genuinely important question to ask.
He says, "Obviously not." Um,
Yeah, see, he's not a theocratic fascist.
and you see she just kind of nods. And she says, "I'll let you keep your secrets for now, quiet man." And he's just like, "Okay." And she turns to you and she says, "So why are you headed to Armor?"
Sightseeing.
In Armor?
Yeah, why not? I never traveled the world before.
All right. Armor's an interesting stop. It's really not much to see. Sort of, well, it's just past the border. It was, I believe, one of the first towns settled here, not by the elves. And, the last time I was here was quite an interesting experience. A lot of superstitious and spirited people, I'll say.
Says, yeah, that's actually why I'm visiting. See, I like I said, I am listen, I've been yanking your chain a little bit. I've mainly been fucking with my friend there. Obviously, he's a follower of Soul, so I was trying to give him a cover so that there's not bad blood between you two. But of course, someone doesn't know how to play along when I'm giving them a cover. And he's like saying that through like gritted teeth, and he's like, but I am a bit of an investigator, but I guess not technically private eye, more paranormal investigator. See, there's a legend in Aramore that I guess there's like a some kind of circus there that only appears sometimes or whatnot. And I don't know, I was curious to poke around and learn more about it. It sounded interesting.
You see, she says, "The Revelia."
Yeah, that one. I think that's the name, right? That's the name. He like he looks back at Ambrose, but like not like he's not doing like the like that's what it was, right? But like when he looks at him, he's actually giving him the fucking follow along and go with me look.
You see, Ambrose, casts message, and in your head he says, "Calm down. It'll be all right. I'll play along."
Okay, and she doesn't notice that.
No, well, you're riding together, and so he just
Mhm.
like subtly like points his finger, like
Mm-hmm.
you know, um, and she says, "I to be honest, that is a part of the reason I'm heading south to Armor as well. The um." The temple that I'm a part of, we send our priestesses on pilgrimages to tend to the shrines, and the last few who have come to tend the Aramor shrine have not returned. So they sent me to determine why, and in my journeys I have discovered that it could be the fault of this carnival, this mystical revelia. I worry that my sisters are trapped in this place."
Interesting, because I'm pretty sure you're supposed to get like a ticket or something for it to appear, right?
Is that so? I hadn't heard that.
That's what I heard.
Hmm.
I don't know how true it is. That's just what I heard, and that's why I wasn't super hopeful we was gonna find it. But
She says, "Well, that is unfortunate, but I suppose it depends on how one comes across these tickets. If they're easy to find, it shouldn't be a problem, but I'm not sure, really. I was just sort of going to go and see what I could find. But it's interesting that we should run into each other on the road like this. I wasn't hoping to find anyone else who was also looking for it. That is strange." And you see she kind of looks back at Kaz and says, like, "And I certainly wasn't looking to find a follower of Soul in that party as well. But
I think he I think when she's not looking, he squints a little, and maybe like thumbs that symbol of soul in his bag,
Mm-hmm.
and like subtly like looks up at the sky where the sun would be, where it's sunrise, and he doesn't like the sound of that, but says, "Yeah, really weird coincidence, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Do many people come looking for this? I thought it was kind of like a lesser known legend."
You see, she nods and she says, I'm not certain how many people come looking for it. I only heard about it because my sister started disappearing. So I can't really say, but she says I can only take it as a sign from Nyx that perhaps we were meant to travel together. Or help each other on our journey and go our separate ways.
Says, "Yeah, gods famously sending people on destinies for their own well-being. Yeah."
You see, she kind of laughs and says, "Oh, I am not so pious as to believe that, but whatever you say."
He's also rolling his eyes while he says it.
Mm-hmm.
Says, "So you want to go there together, or at least look for it together?"
She says, "Well, I need to tend the shrine in Armor, but that shouldn't take very long. I just need to, tend it and re-sanctify it, make sure everything's all right. And then after that, I was planning to ask around town and take a look in the woods. So I suppose if you're doing the same thing, it would be useful to do it together. Unless you prefer to do it yourselves, I don't want to impose myself upon your party."
Says, "I don't know. Let's get to town first."
Sounds good to me. I am used to traveling alone, so it will not hurt my feelings if you would rather go it alone, as it were. You see, Ambrose says, "I think it would be great if she came along." And Kaz says, "It's not about what you think." And Ambrose says, and you see, as
Ailsane says, "Nah, listen. Sometimes you just gotta you gotta suss out people's vibes. You know? That's why I'm saying, let's see."
you see, she nods, and all of her jewelry like clinks as her head moves. And she says, "Of course." She says, "I too must suss out your vibes as well."
Oh, my vibes are immaculate. I assure you. You'll see.
I've noticed. You see, she kind of glances back at Kaz. As you find like kind of a break in the mist as you crest a hill, and down in a valley of trees you see rooftops of a city and some high walls with like a thick mist surrounding it. And she says, she looks back to Kaz and she says, "And just so you know, I and my sisters and any followers of Nyx hold no grudges against those followers of Soul. But I think that you know this already." And you see, he is quiet for a long time, so it seems like he isn't going to respond. But then he kind of says quietly, "I know. It is Soul who is the aggressor." And she just sort of nods.
Ailsane says, Whoa! Soul's an asshole? That's crazy. I had no idea.
And you see Neve kind of looks at you and smiles. And Kaz looks away, so you can't see his face. And you see
He's laughing.
You see Ambrose like pinches you a little bit, and he goes, "Shut up."
Come on, Kaz. You can admit you laughed at that one a little bit.
And as the four of you begin to descend into the valley towards the city of Armor, your future uncertain. A new potential ally, possibly. That is where we are going to end for tonight.